Well, hello everybody and welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke, Now this is a very special show, and actually, even though you wouldn't necessarily know it to look at me, it's actually it's a topic that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is well-being and health and so on and so forth, as I continue my journey to become healthier and also to try and relax and relieve the stresses of life, which are numerous, aren't they? Let's be honest. And so we are featuring a brand new brand to us, R3NU, and also 3 brand new products, which each have a very special place in everybody's life and in your home as well, for that matter. So we are going to go through them in detail. If you've got any questions, of course, you can email studio@shopontv.co.uk. And you've probably already seen a cheeky little reveal of what the first item is, and that from R3NU is a sauna steam pod. But I'm not the one that's going to stand here and wax lyrical about it. I'm going to be educated, as are you, and I'm your advocate to ask the tough questions, the probing questions that need to be asked. And who better to answer them than the one, the only, the queen of health, well-being, fitness, and apparently cakes. It's that last part's not true. It's Kelly Carey!
Hey, how are you, Rob? I'm very well, thank you.
You like a cake, though, don't you?
I do love a cake.
Yeah.
A donut, a cake, any kind of cream variety, really, of cake.
You like a cream-filled donut, then, not one with a hole?
No.
Right.
Definitely not. It's definitely got to have jam or cream in it.
I told you I was going to ask the probing questions, didn't I, ladies and gentlemen?
I had to think about that, though, didn't I? I really had to think about what I really liked.
Yes. Speaking of donuts, this sauna is really, really phenomenal. And what a price at $179.99. But also, I think for me, can we just say right from the start, it's collapsible. So you can have it set up and then you can fold it down. Couple of words from you, because we're going to preview all of the products.
Do you know what? This is an amazing, portable, fully foldable sauna that is premium quality, but is going to give you the amazing kind of feelings of well-being that we get from saunas, but in your home. We can see that steam already being created within the pod, and you know,
you can feel the warmth.
That's it. Just think this is something that's going to help you relax, it's going to help you recover, it's going to help you detoxify, it's going to boost your mood, it's just going to make you feel amazing.
I find it very relaxing as well. In fact, whenever I haven't been to the gym for a while, but whenever I had a gym membership and was kind of into fit, I've got an umbilical hernia I need to get repaired. And once I've done that, I can't wait to go back to the gym, because that's the bit missing from my slimming and sort of health regimen. But the bit I love the most is after a hard slog on a treadmill or something like that, go in the sauna and then maybe a little hot tub afterwards. I mean, it's so relaxing.
You know, that's part of your kind of well-being practice, your well-being ritual. But this, you can have that in your home, helping you to, you know, recover from after exercise.
Yes.
But also helping with things like sleep improvement as well.
Sleep improvement too. You can see actually how easy it is to set up.
I know, I love this. I love seeing, because sometimes they can be overly complicated. This is so easy, so simple setup. All you're doing is setting the frame up. You're then putting the cover over the top, zipping it up, ready to go.
And you get the whole heat system included as well. It's an advanced steam generator. That is part of the price. Indoors or outdoors, I believe, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, put it wherever it's convenient for you. It could be in the spare bedroom, the box room or whatever. $179.99 down from $219.99. You can split the cost if you'd like to with PayPal Pay in 3 interest-free instalments of $62.31. And we will cover that in much more detail. I mean, look how relaxed they look.
They look very happy, don't they?
They do look very happy.
That's what we want.
And that's the kind of happiness hopefully we'll bring to you to help you detox, relax and rejuvenate with spa-quality steam therapy in minuets. Now, Kelly, would you like to walk this way?
We are indeed.
Because if you don't have the room for the sauna, or if you don't have the inclination to own a sort of steam sauna in your home, but you do like the idea of the benefits of a sauna, believe it or not, we have a personal sauna, which is using infrared instead. This is $129.99, and it's an interesting contraption. It's essentially a sleeping bag with infrared heating elements.
That's what it feels like. It looks like a kind of oversized sleeping bag.
Yes, yeah.
But, you know, as you said, you liken it to an infrared sauna, so it's not having to take up quite so much space. It's very affordable.
Yeah.
But in terms of the benefits, I'm just going to shake my legs down there.
No, you go right.
Shimmy down.
Thought you did that very well.
Thank you very much. But in terms of being able to just sit back, relax, whether you're sitting on your sofa, whether you're meditating, whether you're listening to music, whether you're lying on your bed, you're still getting similar benefits to an infrared sauna.
How long would you stay in there? I mean, we'll get into this in more detail.
Yeah, so you would probably say around, well, it's up to 60 minutes, but you would say normal session would be about 20 to 30 minutes.
Yes.
But it really all depends on your tolerance to heat.
And is it one heat fits all, or is it variable heat?
No, we've got variable heat, so for anywhere from 30 degrees Celsius all the way to 80 degrees Celsius.
Some people like a sauna, but they find it, because it really is just one heat, isn't it? Whereas, so this, you've got a little bit more control.
Yeah, as we did with the steam sauna, we've got 10 different kind of levels of heat with this that we can go up, because it goes from 30 degrees up in increments of 5 degrees all the way up to
80. Amazing. $129.99. Now you've got in it. We're going to have to get you out of it.
I'm not moving. I'm staying here. I'm staying here.
It uses infrared. I've turned into Bugs Bunny. It uses infrared. Oh no, or was that Elmer Fudd? Thud. Is it Fudd or Thud? Fudd. Elmer Fudd. 7 heat settings, brand new today. And again, you can use it lying on your bed. You can use it sitting on your sofa, wherever is convenient, quickest and easiest for you. Now, from hot to all the way on the other end of the spectrum, and I'm talking about cold. So we are going to cover all of that in more detail as we go through the full presentation. This is really just a little preview for you now. Now, this is actually our most affordable item in the show, and it's something that social media people are talking about, celebrities, everyone's talking about. Ice plunging for recovery and circulation benefits and things like that. This is your own personal ice plunge recovery pod, only $89.99, and this is super premium, isn't it?
Absolutely. In terms of the levels of insulation, you've got 6 levels of insulation. You've also got a insulated cover, like a UFO cover, plus the insulated cover that goes over the top. But this is going to allow you to get that optimum kind of temperature, which is, you know, for ice plunging, it's between kind of, we say about 10 to 15 degrees Celsius.
It's the cold water out.
It's cold water out of your tap.
You're not filling it with ice.
No, you're not. You can if you want to, but you know, if you're just starting out, certainly for women, they shouldn't really, there's lots of research that suggests they shouldn't go below about 15 degrees Celsius, just because of hormonal fluctuations and things like that. Men are able to...
We don't want to aggravate that.
We really don't.
No.
Men can tolerate a bit cooler, so they can go a little bit lower.
That's what I've been told.
So, but you know, this is an opportunity for you to be able to have your own ice bath in your home, your own plunge bath. It's not like Tony Robbins that, you know, has his own plunge pool in his garden. No. Not many of us can afford that.
But I did use a plunge. I once, many moons ago, did join a bit of a posh gym, and they did have one of those sort of vertical plunge pools, and they are incredible. I mean, they certainly wake you up.
Well, let's think about the fact that these have always been synonymous with kind of with sportsmen, haven't they? In terms of great for recovery. But they are also absolutely amazing in terms of kind of mental fortitude, and also just endorphin release and mood boost. And you know, so many people that use these say that they come out of here and just feel incredibly boosted and energized.
I've got to say, there are lots of ways you can use this as well, because you know, I hate things that are just a unitasker. I like something that can do multiple things. I mean, it does the same thing, but it does it in multiple ways, and we'll get into that. You know, look, it could be a really hot day in the middle of the summer where you just want to cool yourself down, or the kids, or the cat or the dog. It is very sturdy. It is insulated. So bear in mind that the point here, apart from the fact you have durability, and this isn't just some inflatable pool for the garden. This is specifically designed to accommodate anyone up to 7 feet tall, but it is insulated. The point is that when you fill it with water, 540 litres of water, use your garden hose, it stays in there for up to 3 weeks.
3 weeks before you actually have to then replace the water. And we can keep it at that optimum cool temperature as well, because of the amazing fabrics, layers of insulation we've got, and because we've also got those two kind of levels of additional insulation. You've got that kind of UFO style topper that is sealing in that coolness, and then you can see you've got that reflective lining.
So if you did, I mean, obviously you push this in a bit further.
Push it down further.
Not that far though. There we go. We'll show you later when we've got a bit more time. Sorry, shall I put this down here?
Yeah,
do you want to put that
fine.
back over there, actually?
Thank you.
What I was going to say is that actually what the insulation is great for is the fact you can fill it with ice if you want to. You can get it down really cold, and then that allows you to keep it at that temperature with all of the insulation and everything that's
absolutely
provided.
But what you've also got with the because it's so premium is you've got 2 different valves on there, so you can add a chiller if you want to as well to keep it at the right temperature for you.
Amazing. Do you know what I was thinking? If you can get a chiller, can you get a heater? Jacuzzi for one. Well,
possibly.
You'd have to provide your own bubbles.
No
I'm
comment.
going to use that joke on ITV.
No comment.
Pretend you didn't hear it if I say it again. Okay, let's go back to the sauna. It's a steam pod. Actually, it's not really a sauna. I mean, it is a sauna, but it's not, because saunas aren't steam. Steam rooms are steam. Saunas are heat.
Saunas are dry heat, aren't they?
Yes.
And what can happen, a lot of people can find saunas maybe a little bit too harsh. A little bit uncomfortable.
Sure.
It's like likening in a kitchen a steamer that creates that steam quickly, cooks the food quickly, keeps the nutrients in it,
because the heat of a sauna is supposed to sort of open your pores and get you to sweat.
Whereas
Steam
an oven, which is like the sauna that the coal or the hot stone saunas that you're talking about, they're quite drying.
They are quite drying.
And so
I prefer the steam room because you've got moisture around your body and your skin. It helps open up your pores. You kind of feel, I do anyway, very clean and kind of refreshed when I get out.
This is it. It doesn't feel as drying. It's great for congestion. It's great for respiratory as well, because it's just opening everything up, the airwaves up. But also, it's not just about that. It's about when you go into a sauna, you are boosting endorphins, you are boosting your mood, you are relaxing your muscles, you are improving the blood flow around the body. So all of a sudden you feel more relaxed, mentally and physically more relaxed, because you've unwound a bit of the tension out of the body, and you just feel incredible.
In Sweden, where of course there are saunas on every street corner, there are McDonald's saunas. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah.
No.
You can sit and have your Big Mac while in a sauna.
No way.
Yeah.
Well,
They're mad about saunas.
Well, in Finland, obviously, in all of the Scandinavian countries, they're really, really popular, aren't they?
Maybe it's Finland, not Sweden. It's wherever the saunas are most.
Probably both. But Finland, with a population of something like 5.5 million, 3.3 million people own a
it must be
sauna.
Finland, then.
A sauna. But we're not talking a portable sauna that you can move around the home from room to room. We're talking an expensive sauna.
For sure.
That is costing you thousands.
If you move, you can take it with you.
Yeah, bedroom to bedroom if you want.
If you remodel a bedroom, I mean, you can literally move it wherever you like. You can even take it out onto the deck if you have one, or onto the patio, or what have you, into the back garden if you have one. You put it where you want it, basically. But so you've got the benefits of sauna, but also you've got the benefits of steam as well. Hopefully, at some point, we'll be able to cover the dimensions of this.
Yeah. Well, in terms
got a graphic for it,
in terms of height-wise, it's 1,800 millimetres in height, and then it's
180 centimetres, 1.8 metres.
Yeah, and it's 800 centimetres wide.
Yeah, 80 centimetres, 0.8 of a metre.
There you go.
Glad that I came. So look, stainless steel folding frame, coated sponge insulated fabric, 3 litres of steam, 1,500 watts and a maximum temperature of 55 degrees. And there are your customizable steam levels. So even this you can adjust to the sort of perfect temperature and amount of steam for you.
Absolutely. So it's going to take you as heat-wise up to about 55 degrees. And as you just mentioned, you've got those 9 different levels there as well.
Is that temperature and steam, or is it just steam?
So what that is, that's your temperature, but obviously you've got greater humidity with a steam generator.
Yes.
So although it's 55 degrees, that's going to feel closer to about 90 degrees for you.
For sure.
So you're
wrapped in.
You're
steam.
wrapped in, you're cocooned in that steam, aren't you? So shall we have a quick look?
Sure.
Because we have, whilst we've been chatting away, we've been seeing that steam kind of building up on the window there, and you can see the condensation. So just a few things that we have got just to have a look. What we've got in terms of how we are keeping that steam inside of the pod and that great insulation. We've got the outer satin layer, which is kind of giving that smooth, stylish finish. That is also helping to lock in. Inside of there, we've got that kind of sponge, which is padding, which is helping that level of insulation that we want.
And it's not escaping the steam anymore.
Not at all.
What is the pocket for?
The pocket. No. Oh. Well, we have a remote control. I don't know whether I can see it there. Can you see it to you?
No.
We will find it in a second. But we have a remote control that is...
Thank you.
That we can pop.
I was expecting it to be bigger.
We can pop into there, and then when you're inside of here... Because you've got a zip there, all you need to do, and the zip is inside and outside, so it means we can open up the window, grab the remote control, and we can change the levels.
To be honest, you could also put a drink in there if you want.
You could put your speaker. What about if it held your, or your phone?
Your Bluetooth speaker,
So you could listen to your music. It could be your nice meditative music or meditative.
Again, very, very simple to set up, very quick as well. So, I mean, you know, it's one of those things, maybe you could either use it all year round, you could use it seasonally, and when it does fold down, it's poles and fabric, you know, it's easy and compact to store.
Yeah, we'll show it in a minute. Once I've shown kind of the actual impact of the steam that you will feel, and we've let all that steam out, then I'm going to show you how we can fold it down. But the great thing
I've come on air to let off steam, Kelly.
Perfect. What a great job.
Look at that, she's popped out the window there. No, we probably will. We've only got a few minutes before we join ITV, so maybe
we'll hold it in there.
Hold it for there,
But, you know, this is the perfect kind of
that
sauna
looked like
pod.
She went in a woman and came out a man. Till you see them together, you know. Does wonders, steam. Brilliant price at $179.99, and again, if you want to spread the cost interest-free, you can. So you have insulated or an insulated thermal advanced cover. It's an Oxford fabric that ensures the sauna pod is well insulated. Abrasion resistant and easy to clean. Large two-way zipper, this is an American product obviously. Viewing window, storage pockets on inside and outside. Oh, so you have got them inside as well if you need them.
A little pocket inside.
But outside for anything that you don't want to expose to the steam. Very easy storage because you can fold it up. And 9 levels of steam recovery. And there is a safety shut-off feature. So it's not like you're going to get broiled or...
No, and also what this is giving you is 3 litres of water capacity in the 1500 watt, and steam generator. So it's going to give you that consistent steam output that you want.
Lovely.
But also, you know, 3 litres is going to mean that you're going to be able to, it's going to be uninterrupted, your session.
I imagine
because what you don't want is to find that you've got to refill it after about 10-15 minutes.
So annoying. Well, you just sit in there, do you?
Yeah.
What do you sit on?
There's a little chair that comes with it.
That comes with
it? They even gave you your own
You sounded
foldable
surprised.
chair.
It was like, we should probably mention that as well.
We should probably mention it. But
I love it, a little camping chair.
It is. It's kind of the size of a camping chair. Pretty comfortable, but, you know, if you wanted to replace it with something else, you could do. But this, you know, I've used it a few times now and it's comfortable enough for me.
You could stand. Actually, I'm 6'2" and a bit, depends if I'm wearing heels. And it's, I mean, there's a good, I imagine if you were 6 foot, well, it's 1.8 metres, isn't it? So
yeah,
it's about 6'3", I think. No, one is it? 190, I think, is about 6'3".
I think you probably just, as you said, we say about 6'2" to 6'3".
Okay.
So
yeah. So easy to clean, all that sort of stuff.
Super easy
How
to
do you fold
clean.
it, or are we going to do that for ITV?
We will do that when we've opened it up and let the steam out, because we don't want to miss that opportunity.
Don't want to miss that, no. Shopontv.co.uk if you want to order online, or you can call, of course, 03333 241 241. So this is what you get. You get the whole kit and caboodle, the sauna pod fabric cover, the steam generator, the remote control, the user manual, which is very good, by the way, stainless steel framework, and the foldable chair. And also you have a 1-year warranty and full UK customer support as well. So you are, if you'll pardon the terrible pun, you are covered. But honestly, if you've never experienced the benefits of steam before, I can tell you from experience, it's one of the most satisfying and relaxing and sort of energizing things that you can do. And again, usually that's part of an expensive gym membership. Plus you've got to go to the gym. I mean, I finally cancelled my gym membership because I've been paying £25 for 2 years and I hadn't been once.
Yeah.
I mean, you think of the money that you're chucking away. But I do love the fact that now, especially, I think if things are easy and available and accessible, then you're going to do them more often, aren't you?
But the thing that's most annoying when you're using a kind of public sauna, somebody always comes in and opens the door just as you get it to that right temperature. Nobody's going to do that because you're going to tell the rest of the family not to do that.
Stay out.
But, you know, if you haven't got the space, that is a really good size sauna. It's not too big at all. It's going to fit into the smallest of spaces. But if you haven't got that space, but you're still looking for something that is going to give you those incredible benefits of maybe creating that kind of that sweat and those detoxification benefits, something that's going to release the tension in your muscles, give you those kind of endorphin release. What we've got is the wellness blanket. This is an infrared sauna blanket.
Why is infrared better than just a heating element, like a heated blanket?
Okay, so what a heating blanket does is it just kind of heats us from the outside. Infrared penetrates deeply. So what it's doing is it's infrared rays that are absorbed into the body and they heat from the inside.
And they're safe, obviously.
They're completely safe because we're working on, I think it's something like 8 to 12 microns, which is kind of the safe levels for us. It's what our body absorbs really easily.
But we're familiar with this, you know, the face masks and things like that.
That's it. We're using infrared for so many, you know, just have a look online and see the multitude of benefits that you get from infrared
also look
tools.
at what these cost. I mean, crikey. I mean, we've got this for $129.99.
Which is an incredible
They're normally
price.
about $350 for this. They're, I mean, again, it's one of these things. All the celebrities are raving about them. All of the, you know.
Gwyneth has got them all over her
You'll find
website.
Gwyneth in her little heated papoose of an evening.
She's there.
Sniffing at her candles.
She's having a whale of a time, isn't she?
Yeah, she got, maybe there's a whale
in her
scent
sauna blanket.
Aren't they weird scents?
They're always very weird scents, not to be discussed any further.
No. Enough said. By the way, and you've got armholes, but you don't have to use the armholes. You can zip them up.
No, you don't.
You've even got a neck. You can completely contain your neck, so you're really immersed.
This is what I love about it. This is really cocooning you around your body, enveloping you with that beautiful infrared heat. But what you've got is choice in how you use it, because you may want more kind of range of motion. You may want to read a book. You may want to be able to change something on the TV or the phone or whatever it is. And that's what those armholes give you that option for.
To get your kids to do stuff for you as well. Could you?
Can't move.
I'm in here. I'm stuck.
Can't move. Yeah. You need to go and get me a drink.
Exactly.
And food.
Exactly. Answer the door. Take the rubbish out. Do stay tuned. We're about to join ITV, and then we're going to get into all of this in a lot more depth. Still more to come here at Shop on TV. See you at the other side of this. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke. With me, It's Thursday night or Friday morning or sometime roughly when I usually pop up every week. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm really very, very excited about tonight's show. You might not think of it to look at me, but I am a huge boffin when it comes to health and to well-being, and I'm on my own health journey at the moment. 5 stone down, please, no applause necessary. You know, I've done it many times before, but this time I'll keep it off. That's the plan. But just generally improving the quality of my life. And let's face it, the world's it's a bit of a crazy place at the moment, isn't it? And any time you get just to have a bit of peace and quiet, to sort of detoxify your mind, your body and your soul, is time well spent, if you ask me. And I'm really proud to be the one to introduce you to a brand new range of well-being products from a company called R3NU, R3NU. That's not a character from Star Wars, I had to check. And also, ladies and gentlemen, 3 brand new products, but there is a 4th product which is one of my all-time favorite products. It's a desert island product for me, and that is the Teeter Table. We'll tell you about that later on. So we're starting off with a sauna steam pod. This is a portable sauna for your home or your office or wherever you could even take it with you if you're traveling. And that's coming up in a moment, along with 2 other incredible items that we're going to introduce you to in a little preview. And to help me out, my sort of cohort, because I'm not the expert, but I know somebody who is, and she's here with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our wonderful Shop on TV health, fitness, well-being. Is guru too big a word?
I like it.
Kelly Carey,
Call me
ladies
guru.
and gentlemen. Lovely to see you.
And yourself, Rob.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very good.
It's so nice to see you. And
Thank
it's been
you.
a while since we've worked together.
Has been a little while, and I'm really
Yeah.
excited to be here talking about R3NU. And
Yes.
what an incredible brand bringing us these.
The quality is unbelievable.
The quality, but all of the products that they're bringing us are just really antidotes to busy lives, aren't they?
Sure,
They are
sure.
bringing us products that are going to kind of they're going to serve us so well in terms of helping us slow down, helping us feel better, helping us recharge
But there
and
are some
boost our mood.
legitimate health benefits potentially
Absolutely.
as well. with some
You
of
know,
these.
you just need to look online
Yeah.
to see the kind of myriad of health benefits that they talk about with each of these products.
Yeah. So this is the sauna steam pod. This is just a little preview. That's coming up. It's $179.99, down from $219.99. We have a really, really good price. I mean, all the prices on these R3NU items are extremely keen. We've been dealing directly with the company, and they are super excited to bring these to ITV, as are we. You can also spread the cost interest-free on PayPal Pay in 3 interest-free instalments of £62.31. Bear in mind that you can actually spend between £30 and £2,000 with PayPal Pay in 3. So if you want to get all of the items tonight, or a selection of, you know, you pick the ones you want, then you can bung them all in your basket and check out and actually pay for them all on a unified or an amalgamated interest-free payment. And remember, the first $4.95 of your postage and packing is always capped. So like this is $6.95, there's £2 extra because obviously it's a big package. So you only ever pay the first $4.95 once, and then just the difference on any of the other products in the show. So this is your personal, at home or wherever you want it, steam retreat. It's helping you to detox, relax and rejuvenate with spa quality steam therapy in minutes. But ladies and gentlemen, unlike a lot of the portable steam saunas, this one is really good and not some flimsy piece of rubbish that just, you know, falls over before you've even gotten it. But also, this is collapsible. You can fold it down for storage, so it doesn't have to be taking up room in your home. It's only 0.8 of a metre, 80 centimetres, 800 millimetres wide, or sort of square, and it's 1.8 metres or 1800 millimetres tall. So you can keep it erected if you want to, or if you want to collapse it, you know, temporarily, you can also do that as well. Now, if you don't have room for that, or if you don't have any inclination to own a steam sauna, we actually have another option for you, which is a solution that looks a little bit like this. Kelly, sold separately. Or insert yourself. This is actually an infrared heated wellness blanket. It's kind of a personal sauna, isn't it?
An infrared sauna, yeah. And this is one of the kind of newest wellness hacks.
A wellness hack, I like that.
I'm just going to push that down
Yeah,
because
'cause
my
of the
mic
microphone. Sure.
it's been a bit obscured. But this is one of the newest trends, and this has been kind of you know, lots of celebrities are talking about.
There's a famous Gwyneth.
There is a Gwyneth that is talking particularly about them, has them on her website.
She maybe lights a candle.
She does, she does. This isn't scented.
No.
But
I'm not going to touch that. I'm just.
But there are many celebrities that are talking about the benefits and loving the fact of, you know, how accessible these kind of sauna blankets are, because this is something that can give you the same kind of benefits that you can get from an infrared sauna, but wrapped up in a much smaller package.
And again, portable. You can travel with these if you want.
Exactly. You know, this can be used easily around the home as well. So this could be used whilst you're lying on top of the bed, whether you're sat, you know, lying on sat on a chair, or whether you're lying on the sofa. But this is giving you the detoxification benefits that you would get with a normal sauna, a boosted circulation, things like decreased stress, because we know the mind follows when the body starts to relax. And there is just, you know, maybe it could be improved sleep. We know that, you know, these things like this can boost melatonin.
And actually, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions whatsoever, the reason we're live and interactive is you can email us, studio@shopontv.co.uk, and we will answer, or Kelly will answer any questions you may have. Remember, it's auto shut off, compact, easy storage. You have the zippered arm portholes if you need to, you know, read a book or have your tablet or whatever it may be while you're relaxing. And it is portable. It does come with a carry bag, so if you want to take it with you when you travel, maybe you're a road warrior and you're spending night after night after night in a hotel somewhere. Well, this could help to ease the weariness of your day. It is a customizable routine with adjustable time and heat levels, and you also have disposable sauna wraps included. We'll get into all of that in a moment. Now, we're sort of going to the other end of the spectrum. This is something I've known about for a long time, and everyone who does this seems to swear by it, and that is, we're talking about an ice plunge recovery pod. So there are plunge pools in a lot of the sort of really good gyms, and there are so many benefits that are being extolled about plunging into cold water. This gives you an at-home solution. It's for outdoors. And it is a premium solution. This ain't just some, you know, inflatable little pool for the back garden. You know, this is a proper plunge pod, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, this is, in terms of the materials and the construction, this is giving you 6 layers of insulation there that's going to keep it ultra cool.
Why is there insulation?
Because we want to keep those temperatures nice and low. You know, we want to keep.
But why do we want to do that?
So that we get those amazing benefits.
All right, I'll say what's on my mind. You fill this up and it will keep this cool. It'll keep the water cool for up to 3 weeks. You don't have to change the water.
Don't need to change anything for 3 weeks. And this is the thing. And the reason we don't have to change the water for 3 weeks is because there's 6 levels of insulation that we talked about, but then it's got other different elements that come with it. You might see this as looks like a UFO.
Yeah, we'll
yes,
show
it does. But
here it is.
What that is a lid that we can pop inside it, and that is then going to insulate it further.
And then there's another, you'll see from the back, if you turn it round for us, Kelly.
And then you've got the reflective, you've got that silver kind of coated, thermal coated lid that then sits on top. And what that does then is it traps in the cool air, or traps in the
water.
Cool.
Yes, the cool. Now, and basically, look, you can have it just literally cold water out your tap. 15 degrees is recommended, I understand.
10 to 15 degrees
for ladies, 15, is that right?
Yeah, well, what we say is kind of optimum temperature should be about 10 to 15 degrees.
Yes.
Thank you very much. For women, there's a lady called Dr. Stacey Sims that's talked a lot about the fact that women should really have it at a slightly higher temperature because of kind of hormonal fluctuations and differences with physiology and things like that.
Is this all in the instructions?
It's not, but there is, you know, you just have to go online and there is so much information about...
Well, you just have to listen to what Kelly says.
Or you could listen to me. I wouldn't. But no, there is so much information, and that's because, you know, cold water therapy has become so popular. People there are so many communities, and it's become a real social kind of element as well. There's so many social media groups talking about how they kind of use this hack to improve their energy, their mood, to just. It's the exhilaration and the joy that you feel when you get out cold water.
$89.99. But again, you can make the water as cold, or in fact, for that matter, as warm as you want. You know, it could be on a summer's day. It's a way to cool down. You know, if you're into hardcore ice plunging, you can add ice to it if you want to. Whatever temperature you get it to, because these walls are all insulated, and then you've got the insulated lid. It will stay that cold, and even if it's warmer outside, I assume.
Yeah, this is the whole reason that they've used such premium quality materials, is so that we can.
Yeah.
But also you can add a chiller to this as well.
Yes.
Because you've got the double valve system on there, and that will allow it to go even lower.
By the way, I just want to say R3NU is a really, really high quality brand. A lot of these, if you do your research, and I really do recommend you do, you'll find A, they're a lot more expensive, and B, they're not really as good a quality. This is why this is the one that Shop on TV have chosen. 6 layers of insulation. It looks fantastic, it really does. And you can tell that it's a quality product, and you'll know that as soon as you've made the choice to buy this now and get it home. So there are loads of benefits to that, because you know me, I like to think outside the box, and I hate things that just do one job and one job only. I mean, yes, it is there as a plunge pod, but what you put in that pod to plunge into, that's where, you know, suddenly all bets are off. So yes, it's designed for ice plunging and insulation, but there are other... Director said you could fill it with wine. I don't recommend that. Or do I? I don't know. But you could put warm water in there. Now, obviously, the warm water will cool down. As you can get a chiller, there may, who knows? I don't know this. There could even be a heater out there that you could get. I gather it's a standard size sort of outlet or...
Yes, it is valve. Yes.
Valve, that's the word I was looking for. We'll come back to that later, but you know, at that price, $89.99, grab it while you can. You're saving 40 quid off of our price, and you're saving I don't know how much money off of prices elsewhere, you know, if you were to go and buy it from, well, not from us. Now, let's go back to the sauna. And by the way, if you have a burning question about anything, please, there are 2 ways you can reach us. If you go to shopontv.co.uk, click on the live banner, it'll take you to the show page where all the products are. But there's also a web box, and that message, so you click on that, the message box, you can send us a message if you want to say anything, ask a question. We can't reply to that one. If you need a reply, then please email studio@shopontv.co.uk. So if you want to know something about the ice plunge pod, you email us or you message us, we'll go back to that. We're here to be steered by you. You tell us what you want, if you have any questions. And by the way, the Theta inversion table is on the show. If you know what that is, I'm just going to say this, and if you know me of, gosh, 20-something years ago, you'll know that I was the inversion boy, as I was back then. I cannot recommend this highly enough. We've only got a handful of them. This is the absolute top of the range, and it is a massive, massive price. £100 off, a huge saving at $279.99. Comes with a multitude of accessories. It's only $95.98 on PayPal. Basically, you know, we stand on our feet, and over time, gravity has an effect on us. Everything starts to head south. If you invert on a regular basis, it sort of helps to reverse that a little bit. It's brilliantly relaxing. It's wonderful for decompressing, and so many other benefits as well. If you know what it is, if you've heard of it, if you're not chiropractor, who would recommend something like what medical profession would recommend something like that?
It's more or less it would be a chiropractor, it would be a physiotherapist.
Or a physiotherapist, yeah. Maybe they've said, get yourself an inversion table. Trust me, that's the one you want to get.
You know, anybody's going to... It's about temporarily decompressing the spine, isn't it, and taking the pressure off. You know, so it really, we're both massive advocates of Theta, and we love it.
Once I get another 2 or 3 stone off, I will be on that Theta. I've had Theta tables. I've had 2 of them. I've had them for years, and I just haven't got one now because I'm too heavy and there's no room. I'm flat. But I'm about to move to up north and get a house, so I will have room.
Hey.
Right, okay, so this is already hugely popular. I'm not surprised. At $179.99, it is, I think it's safe to say, compared to the rest of the market, a brilliant price.
Amazing price.
Yes.
Amazing price, but for something that is so premium quality.
It really is. Look, no steam's escaping. That's hard, you know. It's got to be good quality to stop the steam.
We're
coming out.
trapping in all of that steam because that's what we want. That's what we want to get the benefit of. But we're doing it in a way, you've got 3 levels of insulation that are creating that kind of cocooning effect.
Yes.
It's stylish looking. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Height-wise, you know, this is 1900 centimetres.
Oh, it's 19
millimetres.
now. I thought you said 18.
I know, I added another.
Oh, you added another.
I got it wrong.
It grows every time we talk about it. So it's 90. So it's 1900. 1.9 metres. Okay.
Yes.
So about 6'3".
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and 800 centimetres wide.
Yes. Yeah, about 0.8 of a metre. And the same
Or
deep.
800 millimetres wide.
800 millimetres,
God, I'm
80
really getting
centimetres,
my-
0.8 of a metre.
Yeah.
And the same depth, yeah?
Same depth.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's giving you that nice kind of square unit that gives you enough space so that you don't feel claustrophobic inside. It's giving you plenty of room. As we said, a maximum kind of height of about 6'3", I would say. What height are you?
6'2".
6'2". And
6'3" in heels.
But you can see that there is still plenty of distance.
Like trainers, you know,
Wedges.
walking around in stiletto.
Wedges.
Wedges. There you go, yeah. So what I was going to say, what do you do? Just kind of stand in it? Or?
Yeah, well, you've got a little chair that comes with it.
Aha! That's what I was fishing for.
Ta-da. Here is the one that we prepared earlier.
And what is that, a bag to put the chair in?
So it's the bag that comes with it that actually holds the actual chair. So it's a foldable chair, so it's not going to, again, what you can do, because
Even
this...
that's great quality. You could pay 40 quid for one of those.
You could do.
For my director's chairs, I paid 129.99, and they're bigger than that, you know. And that's about, okay. And the sauna itself is foldable, right? I think I might have said when we were on Freeview, collapsible, and it's foldable.
Yeah, we talk about it being
What's the difference?
foldable because collapsible makes you feel like it's going to completely collapse.
Oh,
down.
I see. Sorry,
Whereas
yes, I understand. Yes.
This is foldable, so it means when we get round to actually folding, and I'll show you how easy it does because you've got a stainless steel frame that is got hinge points, so we can push it together, almost like a bit like a concertina.
So potato, but no, I understand what you're saying. But the great thing is that once you've erected it, it doesn't have to stay up, and also, you know,
if you've got guests coming round,
if
you need your spare room,
room,
if you've got this in the corner of a dining room or a lounge, and you just want to put it away because you're going to use that space.
Or if you want to take it outside
minutes.
you know, when the next summer's day comes around, you don't have to sort of completely
Or in the
collapse.
winter, you know, it's. I think when you're using a sauna, it feels incredible to walk outside into like a cooler temperature anyway. What we would say is that you need to make sure that the plug socket is inside of the house.
Of course. Or you have to have
the actual unit.
Outdoor rated extension leads and all that
Absolutely.
kind of malarkey. Yes, obviously you don't want to have any water mixing with electricity. You can see how simple it is to put together. It's just basically your stainless steel rods, the cover goes on the outside, and you put it wherever you've got the space for it. And again, if you go off gallivanting or staying in hotels and things like that, then you could take it with you if you so desired. I mean, let me ask Sam, my floor manager, how long did it take you to put together, Sam?
15 minutes.
15?
Tops.
15 minutes tops. And it does come with the whole premium steam generator that we're going to show you that holds 3 litres. And it's a lot of steam. Now, we'll talk about steam therapy, if that's the right word, in a moment.
Yeah.
Because I have to say, when I go to the gym, I mean, at the moment I'm not because I have an umbilical hernia I need to get fixed. And then I will be going to the gym as part of my continued sort of health kick. But in the days when I'd lost a lot of weight and I was fit and, you know, all that kind of stuff, one of the things, the most rewarding things I did after, banging away on a treadmill for an hour was I would go to the steam room. Because, I mean, I love a sauna as well. Sauna is generally dry heat. But steam, you just feel, I mean, you know the benefits of steam, you know, when you can get facial steamers and all kinds.
Do you remember those facial steamers that you used to put your face in?
Yeah.
But this is it.
For your whole body.
this is for your whole body. You're getting the benefits for your skin, as you just said, about opening the pores. It also is great for respiratory and congestion because you're opening the airwaves.
Sure.
But also what we know, because you've got that heat, yes, it's coming from steam, but what that heat is doing is then relaxing the body. It's heating up the muscles, it's helping with circulation, improving
pores and helping to get toxins out. Does it do that too?
From a lymphatic point of view, absolutely. It's helping to get rid of the toxins and
Shall we see? I just realised we've been banging on for 20 minutes. We haven't actually seen live steam. Shall we see some live steam, folks?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Release the steam.
We are going to show you now that we have probably
Wow, can you see it coming out? Wow. I don't know how well it... Oh, there it is. You can see it there. I don't know.
You can see it coming out now.
Yeah.
But what we've also done is, because we've had it on for a certain period of time, you can see that heat, that steam coming out
It's got an
now.
auto shut off. You're going to say it's shut off.
Yeah, it's shut off
So it
because
has
we've
a safety
probably
shut off,
used most of the water, 3 litres.
Oh, so it can't run dry.
It can't. This is the great feature about the auto shut off. It's making sure that it will never get to a point where it will go bone dry. It will shut off before it can.
Do you know roughly how long 3 litres will last, or is that?
I think it's about 30 to 45 minute session.
But it's very. You can vary the heat and the steam production, can't you?
Well, you've got 9 different heat intensities or steam intensities.
Yeah.
So and you've got that little remote control that you can use whilst in your sauna.
Here it is.
So that allows you to be able to open up the window.
Yep.
And then grab your remote control, aim it at your unit, and then change the different levels.
There's a little pocket there, so you can keep your remote. Oh, you wouldn't take the remote in with you, but you can keep it in there. Or you could keep your phone or your. Do we have MP3 players anymore? Probably not. Your music, maybe a little Bluetooth speaker or something like that. And this here is the actual steam generator unit. It just, again, it's such great quality. For $179.99, you really are getting an awful lot for your money.
Do you know what? You're getting something that's it's a 1500 watt steam generator, which is going to give you that really consistent steam that you want, and temperatures up to 55 Celsius.
Yes.
But that is the temperature that this rates. But actually, because you're using steam and the humidity is higher, it feels nearer to about 90 degrees Celsius.
I lived in Florida for a long time, and I know what that, when you get days of 100% humidity, you can't, when you sweat, it's got nowhere to go because it's 100% humidity.
But it's comfortable.
This is.
You mentioned the difference between kind of a normal kind of heat sauna versus a steam sauna. When you've got that humidity, it feels much more comfortable than that dry heat, where it feels a bit stifling and you feel like you can't stay in there for very long. Am I right
thinking that my skin would always feel softer when I came out and stuff like that?
Because you've got more moisture to the skin, haven't you? So with the steam, but also what we're doing and getting, as we've mentioned, getting those incredible kind of detoxifying benefits as well.
Sure.
Now, what we're getting here with it is we've got that unit, that steam generator unit, which is 1500 watts. Also, you're getting the actual kind of steam disperser, which
what does that do?
Which sits within the actual pod itself.
Okay, I see.
And that's what's going to kind of
so that
let
goes
that steam
inside,
vapor.
and this obviously stays outside.
Yeah. Steam vapor that is going to. What you can also do within that actual dispenser is you can put essential oils in there as well.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Because I do love a bit of, essential oil. Again, aromatherapy.
Yeah.
We could go on all night about aromatherapy, couldn't we? So when you get this at home, you get everything that you need, the whole kit and the caboodle, or whole kit and caboodle, excuse me. Obviously, the fabric cover, that is what creates your sauna pod, the steam generator, the remote control, the user manual, the stainless steel framework, and the foldable chair, which has a bag also, and a 1-year warranty plus full UK customer support. So, when you get this, if you have any issues, if you have any questions and you need somebody to guide you through it, you can just call the UK customer support. The benefits of this, again, are superb. This is a really premium model. We made sure of that. That's why we're working with R3NU. It's you've got the insulated thermal advanced cover. It's an Oxford fabric that ensures that the sauna pad is well insulated, abrasion resistant and easy to clean. Basically, it's keeping the heat and the steam inside. I haven't seen a single leak. You've got a large two-way zip on the door, but also you've got a large two-way zip on the window. So if you do need to just pop your hand out to, maybe someone's passing you a drink, or your remote control, or your phone rings or something like that, then you don't have to lose all of the steam, because it takes a few minutes for the steam to build up, obviously. The viewing window, the storage pockets on the inside and outside, actually. So as long as you've got something that is water resistant and steam, can take the heat, then inside you've got room for to store the odd thing or two. The easy storage, because you can fold the stainless steel frame, and also the 9 levels of steam recovery. And as we mentioned earlier, if the water runs out, there is an auto safety shut-off feature, so you're not burning out the unit kind of thing.
And you can see there, you can see the amount of steam that we've generated just by the water that's on the bottom there. Now, when you've finished using it, what you would do is just dry it out with a cloth.
Yeah.
And
you
then
can wipe it down to clean it if you need.
Wipe it down. You can use maybe an antibacterial cloth, but nothing that's too harsh. No. Leave the door open so that it dries out, and then it's ready for the next time you use it. Mm-hmm. But when you want to put it away, because this is one of the main features of this.
This is where you get this one and not some others.
And that there's no, the other one that I have at home is fiberglass poles. So it's not stainless steel. So I haven't got the benefit of having something that is more robust and engineered to that kind of quality.
Yeah, yeah.
But also, I haven't got something that I can fold down when I want to.
Yeah, how do you do it?
Folding down is so easy. So the poles at the bottom, you can see that there is a hinge there. So you're just going to push the hinge, and then you're going to pull the other hinge up.
Push them down, and you
push
do the
them
same
down,
at the top.
Do the same
and then
with
it just
the top.
concertina's closed.
Ooh,
yep.
You don't want to get inside, and then it's going to be the same there.
Yeah.
And then all we're going to do is push it together. You could zip it back up. You could put your chair inside, put your unit inside. But you can see then that is really only about 30 centimetres in.
Yeah, I mean, down the side of a cupboard or something like that. I mean,
but normally
under a bed, actually.
Yeah, normally you've got space between wardrobes, haven't you?
Right, yeah.
So that could go between wardrobes. It could go behind a door. I love the fact that it's foldable.
So well made. It really is so well
made.
But
also, look at the fabric. Look how it's holding. It's not sagging.
Well, I think that's because the box stitching is giving it rigidity.
It is, but it's also the fabric. It's the fact that you have got that, obviously you've got that high quality Oxford kind of satin, but you've also got that foam inside, which is giving it that better structure. Again, the other one, I love my other one, but it's a lot more, it doesn't hold its shape as well. Right. And if you were having that outside, it would flap and move a lot more. Right. This is going to hold its shape.
It's really proving popular. I mean, crikey. Look, I don't need to stand here and explain to you what a sauna is or a steam room. I'm sure you know. Yes, the benefits of steam are relatively well known. We've covered a few of them. There are probably a lot more, and it's, have a little a cursory internet search if you wish to do some more in-depth research into the benefits of steam and steaming yourself. And it's also for people of all ages. I mean, if you are older, sure, yes, if you're fit and you want this as part of your recovery routine, but if you just want to, if you don't work out, it doesn't matter. This is a place to relax and unwind. We go on holiday for a sauna, don't we? Now you've got one at home. And if you're older.
And you were saying earlier about going to the gym and, the favourite part for you was being able to go into the sauna. Yeah. But I know a lot of people that don't go to the gym and only go to their gyms to use their saunas.
The sauna,
saunas. And that's something that you have to share with other people. And people are a lot more kind of concerned about kind of sharing close personal spaces like that now, whereas that's yours.
From a hygiene point of view and all of that. This is, you're in control of your own hygiene.
That's exactly it.
And also, it's not costing you a massive gym membership. I'm sure $179.99 wouldn't go very far to cover, maybe a few months worth of, well, it depends what gym. It could only be 1 or 2 months worth of gym membership, depending on where you've got your membership. It is your personal at-home steam retreat. It's bringing holiday to your home. And wellness to every day in your life. It's one of those things, when it's up and ready to go, you're sitting at home and what? Okay, folks, if you were to think about your life now, if you were to think about your daily routine now, what is an average day for you? And maybe you could list from when you start your day to when you end your day, and the kind of key things along that journey that you generally do most days, or maybe weekdays or weekends, or some people have a work week and then they have a weekend. Some people like me just work 7 days a week. But in my day, and maybe in your day, there is very little room for relaxation. Is it for you, maybe as it is just like with me, it's to put your feet up for maybe, if you're lucky, an hour to watch a bit of telly, an episode of this, or if I'm really lucky and I shut my phone off, I might get through a whole film without being disturbed. So, but what now you have is the ability to go and have a sauna. Your day can include a sauna where you don't have to get in the car and go to the gym or to a spa or a specialist place that has a sauna. You don't have to pay the rates. Either a gym membership or spa treatments are not cheap. This is now an everyday part of your life. In Finland, they've got, just about everybody has a sauna. You can go to literally, there is a McDonald's where you eat in a sauna in Finland. I believe it's Finland. And it's part of daily life. They seem very happy, the Finns. I just think that's wonderful. To us, to most people, a sauna is a luxury treatment. It happens every now and then, once in a blue moon. And now you can treat yourself every day.
This is it. And there are public saunas. It's growing in popularity. That we used to have about in 2023. I think we had something like 40-something saunas, public saunas in the UK. Yeah. Now it's grown to 104 saunas, and it's continuously growing. But you're paying £15 a session to use a sauna. A public sauna, that's yours.
And it's public.
You're sharing it with other people, and they're opening the door and letting the steam out, they're chatting and they're annoying you. Whereas that's in your home, or is that just me? Rob?
No. The one steam room I used to go to, this was going back a few years. And I used to go at a certain time of day just so there were very few other people there. Usually I got the whole thing to myself. But they had some sort of aromatherapy going on. I could smell like a eucalyptus or something in the air, which is great. If you've got a cold,
it's great,
bung some eucalyptus in there. If you're struggling to sleep, bung some lavender in there. And, different essential oils have different purported properties. So anyway, look, we moved on because if you don't have the room in your home for a full size, or a full size portable pod, or maybe that's just not up your alley, then we do have the benefits of sauna, essentially, but using infrared instead. And this is a heated wellness blanket. It's got 7 heat settings, and you literally can use this sitting in front of the telly. You can have a sauna while you're watching the TV, or lying in bed, or I've lost her. She's gone.
I've already started to relax, Rob.
Now, this isn't just a heated blanket. I want to make this very clear from the outset.
I know
very different.
If you're looking, you're looking in at the show and you're thinking it just looks like a big sleeping bag. But actually what this is the equivalent of an infrared sauna, but, which makes it more accessible for so many more people. So infrared just means, what it's doing, you've got carbon fibres within this material that are emitting kind of safe infrared waves of light and
infrared is safe anyway.
It's safe.
The ultraviolet you've got to watch out for.
Yeah, and it's what it's what our body absorbs really easily. But what it's doing is it's heating deeper into the tissue.
So a heating element heats you out on the outside.
It heats you on the outside.
Infrared actually penetrates is known to penetrate deeper into the tissues.
What this is doing is it's heating you from the inside, basically, and it's meant to, in terms of infrared, it's meant to penetrate much more deeper into the tissue than
I wouldn't say heating
normal.
from the inside. That's like cooking.
Well,
I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Yeah, just
from
for
water
clarity.
cells.
Yes. And at $129.99, again, we've got a really fantastic discount for you. Our normal price is $169.99. These normally go for about £300 to £350. If you want to do some comparative price research, please do. And I guarantee you that the chances are, if you find one that's £300, £350 or more, this is more than likely going to be comparable quality and very possibly better quality. Look, there are no, in retail, the manufacturer goes through an agent, a distributor, a wholesaler, and then eventually it ends up in the shops. Everybody adds on their markup. Maybe there are celebrity endorsements, there are TV ads, there are print ads, there are radio ads, there are, expensive spokespeople and such. That all adds to the price of the product. This is Shop on TV dealing directly with Renew, and they've really pulled out the stops. In fact, the gentleman you were telling me who owns the company was really excited about this.
And this has been a
He's probably watching now. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Howard. But this has been a brainchild of, 3 incredibly passionate and talented women that have come together to create the products that are affordable, but are going to give you those incredible wellness and kind of health benefits.
So 1,800 by 800 by 25 centimetres. I'll just read it. You can't see it, but it's zip closure to collar. So yeah, you can actually completely encapsulate your collar.
I'm not
as well
able to do that at the moment because I've got my microphone there, but it allows you, if you don't want to be restricted, then it allows you to unzip it. But if you want to trap in that kind of infrared heat even more and, induce that sweating even more, then zip it right up. You've also got the dual zipping either side. It's made from that kind of water resistant Oxford fabric.
Which 10 heat settings.
10 heat settings there, allowing you to go from 30 degrees Celsius all the way to 80 degrees Celsius. And it's, it's really lightweight. It's 4.8 kilograms. So it means that you can move it around home really easily. It doesn't feel weighty on your body. It feels really comfortable. What that's not saying is that you have got these incredible armholes as well. And a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't have the zippered armholes. Now, you've got.
How would you read a book, or you check your phone?
A lot of people
couldn't put a lot of people in that without armholes because they'd be jonesing for a phone within 5 minutes.
But the majority of them, if you look at the ones that competitor products, they don't have the armholes, and the reason that they developed it in this way was because they wanted you to have that freedom of movement. They wanted you to be able to relax to your as much as you possibly could, and they realised that you may want to be able to read a book or change music
or change the telly channel or something, or access the remote control.
And this is it, extra long cord.
Right, and you have the ability to change the temperature. If you like it really hot, you can have it really hot. If it gets too hot, you can cool it down, and you can stay in this for, they recommend, up to an hour, right? Yeah,
well, you've got the choice for anywhere from 20 minutes to 60 minutes in terms of the time. That's on the left-hand side. So if I turn it off, I'll just show you how easy it is to kind of use. So you've got that middle button, that's your power button, and then you're going to set your time. You can see it starts on 20, goes up in increments of 5, all the way up to 60 minutes. Now, same with the temperature, starts on 30, and we can take it all the way up. I would say when you first start, stay quite gentle. I'd stay below 60, because unless you can really tolerate high heat, but you're going to feel. You're going to start to sweat quite quickly.
And that's
wear loose clothes. Yeah, that's the whole point. This is the equivalent.
I was going to say, do you wear clothing in it? Or
you do. So it's recommended that you wear kind of loose, light clothing. So maybe a pair of pyjama bottoms, or we were talking about jogging bottoms earlier, weren't we? A long sleeve top as well, maybe, underneath. You've got the opportunity as well. They've given you a few added extras.
Oh, okay.
That are included. So what we've got with it, I'm going to take my arm out just for ease, is you've got 2 little covers there. So you've got 2 kind of disposable kind of sauna wraps. And these are like, I think of maybe like boxers. Do you remember they used to wrap themselves in kind of polythene, didn't they?
The cheap way of doing it was a bin liner.
It was a bin liner.
Yeah,
and the reason they did it was because they wanted to sweat more and lose weight.
Yeah.
And so that gives you the option to wrap that around the waist, or whether it's your legs, whether it's your hips, and then stay in here. But you've also got that thermal emergency blanket, which is another way to kind of induce the heat.
What does it do?
So what we've got is that reflection, that silver reflection.
Oh, it's a reflective blanket.
So it's a reflected blanket. So if you wear that also inside, you can wear both together, or you can use them separately.
Yeah.
What it's going to do is just accelerate the results.
So you can go really hardcore if you want to, or you can go soft and gentle. So you've got the infrared sauna blanket, the controller unit, the disposable sauna wraps we just spoke about, and the thermal foil blanket. And there is a carry bag, so you can have sauna on the go, ladies and gentlemen. Take it to your, your Premier Inn or your Travelodge, or your, maybe something a bit more fancy if you're lucky enough when you're on the road. And again, it's relaxation, it's regeneration, it's invigoration, it's all the benefits and you've feel free to look up all the myriad of benefits that come with this type of, I don't know if therapy is the right word, but treatment, and at a fraction of what it could cost you if you were to go to an establishment to have it done. And by the way, can I just ask, we're about to, Kelly, you probably need to get out of it actually, because we're going to go over to the ice pod. But while you're sort of disrobing, is there a use case scenario here that if somebody is just chilly, that they could get in this and have it on its lowest setting just to keep a bit warm?
Absolutely.
It's a heated blanket or a heated sleeping bag, but it's got armholes and it's got all the other benefits as well.
It's you've got the huge benefits of it being infrared, but is it going to warm you? Yes, it is. So this is a low-cost way.
As a heated blanket.
Yeah, but it's a low-cost way for you to get those heating benefits.
And all for $129.99 or $45.65 if you want to spread the cost interest-free. You're welcome to do that. If you've just tuned in, bear in mind that and if you've maybe watching Shop on TV for the first time, this is a partnership with ITV and STV. We are your late night shopping show, and always endeavouring to bring you the best products at the best prices, market-beating prices, which I'm pretty confident we are here. And this brand, this is a TV exclusive, isn't it?
It is. It's the launch.
You can't buy these anywhere else at the moment.
No, not on Shopping TV. This is a huge, launch. It's an amazing brand. They've put so much into creating these 3 core products that are premium finishes, premium construction, that deliver great results, but at an affordable price. And that's what they really wanted to create.
Yeah. And I guess, if you went to them directly, you'd probably pay more. But as
you would be paying more.
When it comes to television, that these are not doing the rounds on the shopping channels or infomercials or anything like that. You're seeing it here first, folks. You really are. $89.99 is the price. And I think for what you get and for the quality of the construction of this and the design, it's only $89.99. It's the R3NU Ice Plunge Recovery Pod. Although there are more ways you can use it that we're going to get into. And by the way, I haven't had any questions yet. If you've got any you want to ask, then please do drop us an email, studio@shopontv.co.uk. I can answer questions and Kelly can on the inversion table as well if you want to know about that. Then do let us know, and we may show that later if we have time. So this really easy to put together, isn't it?
Oh, do you know what?
Pump. Tell us about the pump.
The pump comes with it. The foot pump comes with it. But I put one together a few days ago. So easy. The construction itself, you've got the outside fabric, and you just pop the 8 legs into the actual outside unit, and then you put the inner lining in. You can see that you've got 2 layers of rings there, which is for greater comfort, because that's where your neck is going
as well.
and support.
Yes.
But that's also where you're going to be leaning, so you want it to be as comfortable as possible when you're in those really chilly, cold temperatures.
Indeed.
But also, you know, comes with a repair kit as well, comes with, it's got 6 layers of insulation.
Wow.
It's also got a 540 litre capacity.
Which is a lot more than many of them,
Yeah,
isn't
they
it?
generally are around 450.
Oh,
So the fact that this
yeah.
is 540 means that, you know, if you're somebody who's taller, and what did you say, you're 6'2"?
I'm 6'2", but it goes, you said it goes up
About 7 foot.
7 foot.
It allows you to be of heights of about
Well,
7
between
foot
6'2" and 6'3".
and still be able to submerge fully, because when you're using cold water kind of therapy, you want to make sure that you're submerged to kind of the
Sure.
top of the shoulders.
Yeah.
It may take you time to get to that point.
But I know people who do it. I mean, you could start with tepid water and work your way.
Yeah,
I mean, look, you know, you could
definitely.
have swimming pool temperature water if you want to just sit and relax in it. You know
It's
what I
your
mean?
choice.
And you could, but the colder it gets, there are more benefits. And, you know, even to the point where, you know, this chap here is going to be bunging a load of ice in there. But the point of this is it's not a fill once, use, and then empty. The point is that once you fill this up and you've put the water in, it's good for up to 3 weeks. That's the point of the insulation, isn't it? And you get a lid and insulation, 2 lid insulations actually. And if you get this really super cold with ice like this, for example, then it will keep it. It's like an ice box for your body, isn't it? Really?
And what you've also got is, I don't know whether you can see round where Rob's kind of sitting, you can see you've got 2 valves, there.
Yeah.
And the fact that, you know, you tend to get 2 valves on premium, higher priced
Well, you know
pods.
why? I realise it is because you also get a hose, an adjustable hose.
You do.
Because if you do want to go out and buy yourself a chiller, then of course it's got to take
exactly
the water
why.
out and it's got to recirculate it, so you'll have an outlet and an inlet.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's
and
set
that's
up for that if you want to get.
But
those
that's going to
amount of
allow you
extra.
to keep it, if you are somebody that really feels like they want to take it to that cooler,
level,
that next level of coolness, that's going to allow you to get to those lower temperatures.
But there's hydrotherapy as well, isn't there? Which, you know, I mean, that sometimes just sitting and relaxing in water, you know, if you've got this and it's out in your garden, you know, on your patio, wherever it is, you know, on the hot, sweaty, summery days where there's no air conditioning indoors and you're melting, jump in one of these, make it as cold as you like. You know,
Well, you've got options
or put
and
warm
choice.
water in there if you want to sit out there with a gin and tonic, you know, one night. I mean, it will cool down.
You've got so many choices, but the fact that kind of cold water therapies become so popular, and it's almost like it's this cult, it's like this community of people that absolutely love the benefits.
What does it do? What's it for?
Well, what it's doing is, you know, it's synonymous really with sportsmen, isn't it? And using it for recovery afterwards, because what it's doing is constricting the blood vessels so that you recover quicker. So that's the whole principle. So it reduces inflammation, it reduces your delayed onset muscle syndrome. And if you're a sportsman, the whole point is that you want to get back into that kind of, you want to recover quicker so that you can work out harder, really. And
there are a lot of gym rats out there, you know. I just think when you get back to your house after a vigorous workout, maybe your gym doesn't have a plunge pool, or maybe you're not going to the gym. Maybe you're running, you know, on the road. You're a road runner or something like that. So I had to do it. And so, but when you get home, you know, this is there waiting for you. Once you've filled it, again, it's up to 3 weeks before you empty it and refill it. So also, it's not costing a fortune in water every time. You
absolutely not, because you're getting 3 weeks worth of usage out of it.
Yeah.
But, you know, we've talked about the fact that it's great from a kind of post-workout point of view. But the reason it's become so super popular is because people are also understanding the kind of mental benefits and the mood benefits that you can get from using kind of water therapy. That's it. It's exhilaration.
Ecstasy.
This is it. I was looking on kind of online yesterday, and people were talking about the fact that they felt amazing, that they felt lifted, they felt lighter, they felt energized, they just felt more joyful. And these are the kind of, I even watched something with kind of something online, and I think it was Ben Shepherd was doing and Kate Garraway were doing a whole thing on ice. This was a few years ago, but on ice baths, and he was talking about the fact, I think he'd just done like a big triathlon type thing, but he was saying, you know, it's when you initially start using it, yeah, it's a shock to the system.
Of course it is. We've all jumped in a cold pool.
But the fact is that, you know, there are studies that show that you can get up to 250% increase in dopamine that lasts for hours after you have used a cold plunge.
Dopamine's your happy hormone.
Your happy
isn't it?
hormone.
Yeah.
So that's the one that makes you feel incredible.
How long would you dunk and get out, or would you dunk and stay in for a bit, or what would you do?
Well, what I would always suggest, if you're just starting, then start slowly.
Just regular cold tap water.
30 seconds, 1 minute, maybe start to build up to 2-3 minutes. But there are suggestions that, depending on the kind of temperature of the water, equates to the amount of time that you should be in here. So if it's 10 degrees Celsius, you should stay in here for 10 minutes. If it's 15 degrees, stay in here for 15 minutes. If it's less than that, you stay in here for a lot less.
That's a really great way to do it. Obviously, you wouldn't stay in it for too long because you get hypothermia.
This is it. I think it's down to your tolerance, and it's all about also
so sturdy. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say it's all about you also kind of regulating your breathing, because your heart rate's going to go up when you get in this.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're going to be breathing a lot.
So
quicker.
obviously, if you're pregnant, if you have heart issues and things like that, and if you're not sure if this is right for you, then check with your doctor first. You can always show them, send them a link to the webpage, the Shop on TV webpage that has it on here. I just want to do this. Now look, we haven't filled it with water because obviously we're in a TV studio and that's not really feasible. But we did go to great expense to buy this rather nice little water effect light. And I'm just saying, on a night, if this is out on your patio, and maybe it is warmer water, maybe you are chilling with just relaxing, then you've got you time. So you've got the benefits of using it for an ice plunger or an ice plunge recovery pod, but you've also got a little mini, relaxing spa almost, if you want it to be.
It's choice, isn't it? It's how you want to use it. Obviously it's been used or it's been suggested and recommended for kind of the colder temperatures. And I'm just trying to give people scope, that's fine.
You know what I mean?
But there are so many benefits for that. You use it how you want to use it. It's yours to use.
I'm sure the kids will end up loving using it as well. You know what I mean? So what's the material? I mean, it's very sturdy. Very sturdy, and that's the point.
You've got 8 different legs around, giving you that support and structure as well.
But 6 layers.
You've got 6 different layers of insulation. So you've got that Oxford kind of tight weave fabric that is UV resistant. It's also leak proof. It's also skin friendly, but also it's waterproof as well.
So you've got the waterproof coating, the aluminium foil, the pearl cotton, more aluminium foil, and then a thickened PVC interior.
Absolutely.
I mean, they've gone to town on this thing.
Again.
And most are not this good, or if they are hundreds of pounds.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Again, if you compare to other competitors, and I'm thinking some of the leading competitors that are out there, they only have 5 levels of insulation, whereas this is 6 levels. So they have gone to that next level with everything.
Very strong, tear-resistant inside and out.
It is indeed.
Even the valves, every part of it, every component, every sort of square inch is just so well made. And I can't believe it's $89.99.
And it's also the simplicity of putting it together. I know, Sam will back me up. We've both put these together. And they are, within 10 minutes, you've got it in place. You've got the pump to pump up the...
Should we show the pump? And also we should show the lid as well, because there's more. So you've got this. This is to trap the heat inside.
This is your topper.
Cold inside. So that just goes in there.
It may look like a UFO.
Yeah.
But actually, what it is trapping that kind of cold in.
Pool, isn't it?
And then what you've got is that cover, and it is, thermal effect. So you've got that silver lining. So again, that's going to trap in that cold.
There is a silver lining.
Silver lining. Goodness. And then that just sits over the top of it.
Yes.
So
we haven't done that very well.
We haven't.
You get the idea. And again, those really high quality canvas camping chairs that have that sort of Oxford fabric, that's what this is made out.
Which means it's wipeable, it's cleanable, it's easy, but for you to maintain, because everything everything that they've created is being built to last.
Well, I don't know where the pump went to. There was a pump. Oh, is the pump there?
The pump is there.
And actually, Sam, our floor manager, was saying it was really easy. You know, you plug, you know, full instructions are included, obviously, but you plug in the nozzle, and then it's a.
My little dog was, whilst I was pumping it up, was there beside me.
I was going to say the kids will love this. I know that because I pick it up, and what's the first thing I do? So that comes included as well. Would you mind taking that?
No,
It is absolutely brilliant for the price. It really, really is superb. So now, ITV,
you also get the little mat as
and you
well.
get a little mat as well. STV have yet to join us, so in a moment we're going to sort of go back and start again because they will have not seen it yet. So check out, please. All of these items are proving incredibly popular. Yeah, they're specialist items in a way, but then when it comes to relaxing, re-energizing, invigorating or reinvigorating, recovering and all that sort of stuff, actually they're things that we all could do with, really, whether you work out or whether you don't. So check out your baskets and do stay tuned because we'll be back with more the other side of this. You are watching Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke, with an E. Welcome, welcome, welcome to a show that is all about well-being, wellness, health to a degree also. We are launching a TV exclusive for you with a brand by the name of R3NU. New to us and possibly anyway, new to you. 3 brand new items also. We have a sauna, we have a full-size portable sauna, and we have a personal-size portable sauna. We even have an ice plunge pod, all coming up on the show tonight. And there is a 4th item, the Teeter inversion table will be featured at some point too. So here we're going to do a little recap of everything that's on the show. This is the ice plunge pod, very simple to put together. 6 layers of insulation. The idea is that you fill it with water and the water stays in there, cold, warm or otherwise. Here is the portable sauna. This is actually a portable steam sauna pod. And also we have the personal infrared heated wellness blanket, or if you want infrared sauna. All of those are on the show now, and we're going to start, I hope we are, because otherwise Kelly's gone to all the trouble of getting into it for nothing. We're going to start with the infrared heated wellness blanket. Speaking of Kelly, here she is. She comes to work, she gets paid, and what does she do? She just sits and relaxes the whole time.
She chills out.
Hello, Kelly, my darling. How are you?
Hello.
It's a bit formal, shaking. I can't.
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. So this is. We're going to obviously have to be a bit careful of Kelly's microphone. You can zip this right the way up to completely encapsulate yourself.
That's the beauty of this, because what this is an infrared sauna blanket.
Yes.
We talk about it being a wellness blanket. It is, because it's giving us that kind of plethora of benefits that you would get from an infrared sauna, but wrapped up in a much more accessible kind of format.
Forgive my ignorance that there are infrared saunas there.
There are many. They're kind of the newest of technology, infrared saunas, because they are allowing those results to go deeper into the body. So
versus just a heating element. Well, look, we're going to get into all of this. This is just a preview. So that is item number 143209, the R3NU infrared heated wellness blanket with 7 heat settings. Normally our price is $169.99. I think you'll find that if you went elsewhere to buy one of these, they'd cost you. Actually, we've looked. They can be £300, £350 or more. And I tell you what, at that price, you'd be hard pushed to get the quality that we're bringing you here, I think. That would at least be comparable. $129.99 is our current price, and you can spread the cost on all these wonderful products tonight with PayPal Pay in 3, $45.65 times 3 if you're going to get the infrared wellness heated blanket. Brand new today, TV exclusive, new launch of R3NU. Well, I suppose If it's a launch, of course it's new. Can't have an old launch, can
First
you?
time seen.
First time ever on British television. At least, well, unless you're watching the repeat of this show, in which case the launch happened. So it's not new, it's renew.
Oh, like it.
You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Right, okay. Now, this is our amazing steam sauna pod, which is, now what's the word we're going to use? Not collapsible.
Foldable.
Foldable. So yes, you can erect it and keep it in place in situ, but also there is a way to very simply, and it's one-handed, two-handed operation, one-person operation. You can fold it almost flat, so you can store it if you don't.
It's about 30 centimetres
Yes.
in kind of depth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which means it's going to go perfectly behind a door, within a space. Maybe you've got a space between wardrobes, but it means you can get it out of the way if you've got people coming round.
Yes.
But you're not going to want to. You're going to want this out all the time because of the incredible.
I use this every day.
I know, I do. I have one
Yeah.
at home and I do use it every day.
Before you had one at home, how often did you get a steam sauna?
Well, they didn't have them in my gym.
So never.
So occasionally when I went to a spa. So
Right,
and
which
that was a
cost
really
you-
indulgence. If I went to a spa, it was a lot of money.
Because you don't go to any old riff-raff places,
I
do
don't.
you?
No, Rob. No.
So you get the whole pod. You will cover construction, I guess, in a moment.
So you've got the
Yeah.
steam generator there.
Yes.
You've got the actual steam disperser
Yep.
that
This whole
goes
bit here.
dispenser
Yep.
that goes inside.
This bit here goes inside the pod.
You can
Yep.
see how it feeds in with the hose. You
Yeah.
get a remote control that comes with it so that you can change the heat temperature, and it goes up to 55 Celsius
Right,
in
right.
terms of the kind of heat level.
You've got pockets
And you've
inside and out as well.
You've got a pocket inside and out, 9 different heat levels as well, or steam levels. You've
Twin
got
zips.
You've got twin
Well, you've
zips.
got the
exactly.
door, and then you've also got twin zips on the window, because you might want to grab the remote. You know, you wouldn't keep electronics inside. Maybe it's, it's your phone that you're playing some music on,
It
or
might
a
be
Bluetooth
music. It might be
speaker, or-
anything.
Yeah. Someone can post you little love letters.
Maybe it's a little chocolate bar or
Oh,
something.
I
Maybe
think
if
it
you're
melts, actually. Yes. Maybe a hard candy, or a drink.
It could be a drink. It could be your drink out there,
Could be,
couldn't
cup
it?
of tea.
But the thing that we love about this is the steam, isn't it? It's the benefits of steam. It's
What are they?
So the one that we always think about is detoxification, isn't it? It's about us
Detoxification.
sweating, heating the body up, sweating profusely, and getting rid of all those toxins and impurities out of the body.
Well, yeah, or as many as you
Or
possibly
as many
can.
as we can.
Yes, yeah, sure.
And that is what is, again,
Better out than in
kind
with
of...
toxin, I find.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Synonymous with saunas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Steam is also a much more kind of, I think, tolerated heat.
I think it's
it's
cleansing as well. And
Yeah, it just
it's
feels nicer.
It's tropical.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as, for me, when I go into a kind of dry heat sauna, within seconds I want to get out. It doesn't feel comfortable.
But I'll sit in the steam room for quite some
me
time.
too.
Now,
I love how my skin looks and feels afterwards.
Yeah, it does
too.
feel softer afterwards, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And your
Softer and
hair as
fresher.
well, fresher. Now, when I used to use a gym many moons ago, that was the one that had a steam room, and that was half the reason I went, and sometimes the entire reason I went.
Yeah.
But it had a slightly sort of eucalyptus aroma.
Yeah.
Can we do that with this?
We can indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I showed you a second ago that you have that steam dispenser. That
Yep.
sits inside of the unit,
Yep.
and I'll show you that for the grand unveiling in a second.
Yep.
But when you open that, what you can do is just add in your essential oils. You'd never put it directly into the
water.
unit.
No.
Which is where the 3 litres of water are being held, which are giving you that kind of consistent output of steam that
So
you
that
want.
goes to your generator, and then the steam comes through and is dispersed. So if it's maybe you've got a cold or something, eucalyptus, maybe you want to sleep a little bit better, maybe some lavender, and all different essential oils have
Lemon balm, anything like that is
Yeah.
really relaxing to us.
Yeah.
Rosemary.
I thought you were calling me a nickname. You're welcome, Rose Petal.
I'll come up with some during the show, Rob.
Yes,
I'll come
indeed.
up with some.
But yeah, many people swear by aromatherapy, so you can kind of mix the two.
Yeah, definitely.
It's relaxation. It's
Hugely relaxing.
invigoration. It's these days life goes at the speed of light. It's Can you just imagine what it'd be like for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour in your day at home? Maybe you have a busy life. Maybe you have a busy work life or a busy home life, or both. When you think about what your day consists of, does it include a sauna? And you talk, most people say, or a steam sauna, we think of that quite often, many of us, as being the thing we do when we go on holiday or when we pay to go to a spa for the weekend. It's a luxury, it's a treat. Well, what's wrong with treating yourself every day? And I tell you what, the job that I do now, and I'm not complaining, I'm very happy with my job, but I work 7 days a week and I work 10 to 14 hours a day, literally. Yeah. Occasionally I'll steal a night off here and there if I can get away with it without the phone ringing. Hint, hint. No. And so I find it incredibly difficult to have any me time. And sometimes, like the other day, my son, he was out with his friends. I put my phone on silent, and just for half an hour maybe, I had a bit of a bit of quiet, a bit of peace and blooming quiet. Well, when you're in here, you ain't answering the phone in there, are you? This is an excuse to escape and have something that normally we call a treat, normally we call a luxury. Yeah. Every day, if you want.
It's an antidote.
And catered to you.
I think of it as an antidote to stressful lives. Yeah. And like you said, we've all got huge to-do lists. Yes. We never get to the end of that to-do list. What happens is the pressure just keeps building, and the landscape out there is stressful as it is at the moment. We all need to take care of ourselves. We all need to look after ourselves.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to get into sort of things like mental health and stuff like that. We're not qualified to talk about
We're not. But
we do have minds, and we have our own health, and sometimes the pressures can build up.
But how?
And I'm not saying this is the cure, but I imagine that it could be quite helpful.
But anything that can help us to get that balance, anything that can help us to reduce, maybe take a bit of mindful time and self-care time, as you said.
Self-care, that's a great way to put it.
Help us to kind of relax a little bit more. When you're in there, you get into that more mindful state because you're not, that's your time for you.
Well, also, reduced, it's not dark in there, well, unless you turn, it's at night and you turn all the lights out, but it's reduced light. It's a sort of a relaxing amount of light, isn't it?
Yeah, but also the other things that are happening, when we're in a sauna, what's happening is we're heating the muscles, and then what's happening is we're increasing the circulation as well. The muscles then relax, and when the body feels more relaxed, the mind relaxes. Sure. Also, have a look into the benefits of how saunas can help improve endorphin release. Because
your happy hormones.
Your happy hormones get boosted, your cortisol gets reduced, and all of a sudden you feel in a much better state anyway.
I must apologise to her. This was only supposed to be a preview. We got so into it there, didn't we? I completely forgot where I was. Somebody needed to kick me up the backside. So look, this is your Sauna Steam Pod. You've got an insulated thermal advanced cover. It's a really strong Oxford fabric that ensures that not only is the pod well insulated, but also it's abrasion resistant and it's very, very easy to clean. You've got large two-way zipper on the door and actually on the viewing window too, and there is a viewing window. You've got storage pockets inside and outside, obviously no electronics or what have you, please, inside, that wouldn't be good for them. Easy storage. You can fold it. We'll show you that later on. The stainless steel frame easily folds, so you can put it away if you want to after you've used it. You don't have to, you can keep it. But maybe you want to travel with it. Maybe you've got guests coming over and you need the spare room where this is all set up. Whatever your situation is, you've got flexibility by being able to fold it. There are 9 levels of steam recovery. And you've also got a safety shut-off feature as well. So if the water runs dry, and it's 3 litres, so it's going to last you about 45 minutes. Depends what sort of how much you're using or what temperature. It will just shut off. So no burnt or broken heating elements or components, exactly. Right. Also, and again, my sincere apologies. We got a bit carried away there, didn't we? This is all the rage. Actually, I have to say, all of these items are very, very well publicised at the moment on social media, influencers, celebrities, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and imagine coming out of your sauna, and then you've used that heat therapy, and then combining it with some cold therapy.
Well, that's what they recommend you do, isn't
They
it?
do.
Yeah, you get
So-
sauna and then straight in the cold bath.
Because you're accelerating those benefits
In
there.
the fancy gym I used to go to, the sauna was right next to the plunge pool for that
Yeah.
exact reason.
Yeah, from
Open the pores,
close the pores.
Yeah.
But it's not just from a skin benefit. It's from the fact that going from a vascular point of view, you're going from the point of view where you're increasing blood flow and then you're decreasing the blood flow, and it's meant to increase kind of those well-being feelings as well.
Yeah.
It's great for muscle kind of recovery, going from heat to cool as well.
Well, ice, heat.
Ice and heat, exactly. We're so used to with the rice method, isn't it?
Rice method?
The rest, ice, compress and elevate, and then you would use heat after that as well.
Right.
I know. Anybody would think that I was a personal trainer, wouldn't they?
Yeah, no, she knows a bit or two about this stuff, doesn't she?
But
I see a good career for you in the future.
Thank you very much. What we love about ice baths and cold water immersion is the fact that yes, they are brilliant for post-workout recovery. They are great for the kind of anti-inflammatory benefits, how they help to reduce the soreness, the achingness. But they also create this amazing feeling of kind of well-being and exhilaration and joy, and people talk about how happy they feel after they've been in one of these because of that increase in dopamine.
Now look, I'm always going to think of a million different ways that when you buy something you can use it. I know this is specifically designed to be an ice plunge recovery pod, but if you want to put warm water in it, you can. If you want to put just tepid water in it, sort of swimming pool temperature kind of water, you can. But the point is obviously that it's essentially an insulated ice bucket for a human. It's got 6 layers of insulation, really, really sturdy. It's very, very well made, premium materials. We'll show you all of that in a moment. And the idea is, the reason that it's insulated is because you can fill it up with its 540 litres of water, which is about 90, 100, more than a lot of the competing pools out there. That means you've got more capacity. Larger people can get in this, like myself. Taller people can get in this up to 7 feet. So it really kind of covers everybody. But I think if you've got it, look, I'm not saying you'd buy it for this. It ain't a splash or a paddling pool. This ain't just your blow-up outdoor garden, sort of mini swimming pool. But I'm sure the kids, I wouldn't dunk them in freezing water. But if there was warmer water in there, I'm sure your kids would love it too.
Yeah, they would.
So it can be a family activity. Now look, if you're a die-hard workout-aholic, then this is when you come back from the gym or you come back from running on, if you're a road runner or something like that, maybe your gym doesn't have a plunge pool, maybe if you're not going to the gym, then obviously it's irrelevant anyway. But every time you get back to your house, you've got this because the water stays in for up to 3 weeks. It's insulated, and there's a top cover we'll show you, 2 top covers actually.
There is.
The point is you're not sort of emptying it and refilling it all the time. You've got 2 valves as well, which means if you do want to go and buy an optional chiller, then you've got the ability, you've got an inlet and an outlet. So you can you could even possibly get a heater for it as well if you so desire. Now, look, we're not going to do this properly. You put it in down to the second rung.
And this will be flat on top.
Yeah.
But as we say, that traps in keeps the water nice and cool for you.
Yes.
You just mentioned that you've got that dual kind of valve there. That's the word I was looking for. So that you could add that chiller if you want to.
And also to exhaust the water when you're
quick release of water, isn't it?
Yep.
But also you've got the 6 layers of insulation there that is going to trap that cool.
Should we show everybody that? Because it's very impressive. Most are only, we can't say most, many are only 5.
A lot of the competitor products that I have had a look at are about 4 to 5 different layers of insulation. So they've gone above and beyond with 6 different layers. You've got the Oxford kind of woven fabric, which is kind of rip resistant there as well. It's UV resistant. You've got waterproof coating, etc. in there as well.
Really, I mean, it's so well made. I can't recommend this enough, ladies and gentlemen. $89.99, $89.99, down from $119.99. But these can cost you a whole lot more. And and not just a whole lot more, but also a whole lot more for less. Here you've got the 6 layers. You've got the added capacity as well, where you've got, you know, your 540 litres instead of usually, you said about 450, aren't they normally?
They're about 420.
Oh, 420.
I think I over-egged it when I said 450.
Really?
420, whereas this is 540.
Yeah.
And also the maximum height tends to be for a competitor's around 750 millimetres, whereas this is 850 millimetres.
Yeah.
So that gives us around about 7 foot in
feet.
height. Somebody who's about 7 foot would comfortably be able to submerge up to shoulder height in it.
Yeah.
And
Which
you've
is
got,
important, isn't it?
it's really important because you want to be able to get the maximum benefit. It needs to be submerged above kind of chest height up to kind of shoulder height.
Now, sorry, I should have asked this while we were over there. Please, look, we've changed on to well, we've still got the details up, but very quickly, what temperature is the water supposed to be, and what do you recommend time in? You gave some great advice.
So they talk about optimum kind of temperatures as being between 10 and 15 degrees Celsius. You know, for men it's the lower end. For women it's around 15, 16 degrees Celsius because of different kind of physiological
You've got
differences and hormonal kind of levels and things like that. So they suggest women don't go as cold,
right.
whereas men can tolerate cold much more.
Yes.
But
there's a joke in there.
and then
moving on.
What was the other question you asked me?
About how long to spend in there, and you gave this great rule of thumb.
Yeah, well, we always say when you start using cold water therapy, you start kind of maybe 30 seconds to a minute. You need to familiarise yourself with it because the heart rate's going to go up and you're going to feel, you're going to start breathing quite quickly.
Start off slowly.
So start off slowly, but there is a rule of thumb that talks about the actual temperature that you have the water should be the equivalent amount of time that you spend in there. So if you have it at 10 degrees Celsius, that you should not be in there any more than 10 minutes.
So whatever the temperature is roughly the same, is the maximum number of minutes.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's brilliant. You can see everything there again, your 2 valves if you want to attach a chiller. It's also the way to get the water out. It's 850 by 900 in height and 900 in diameter. It's only 6 kilos, 540 litres, 8 legs, Oxford coated with aluminium, hard wearing, durable, all that sort of thing. Insulated, inflated UPVC topper, no weight limit that we know of, the protective anti-slip mat. It's just fabulous. It really, I have a flat at the moment, but very soon I'll be moving up north to the Warrington or Manchester area, and I finally plan to actually get a house.
Amazing.
And I do look forward to having not a big garden. I'm not a gardener. Somebody else is going to mow the lawn. But I do want to have a deck or a patio where I can sit out, and this is the perfect kind of thing. After I come back from the gym, quick dunk.
Well, I think we all want to maximise our kind of health and our well-being, don't we? We want those tools and hacks that are going to make us feel our best versions and our best selves. And they've come up with the kind of 3 amazing core products that are going to allow us to do that.
And this is another one of them. But before we carry on with this, I just want to say, if you go to shopontv.co.uk, you will discover that we have lots and lots of different products. If you're watching live, then, actually, that's always the way to get to the live show page. But if you're watching the repeat of this show, or if you're watching it on Freeview 89, then you just go to the website and search by name. So this is the Teeter inversion table. If I could recommend one product to anybody, I think it would either be a mulberry silk duvet or if I could recommend 2 products, it would be a mulberry silk duvet and it would be this. Because I've had these for years. They are extraordinary. Do you want to give us a quick? This is, the inversion is a therapy that has helped me in numerous ways. But maybe you could just give a little summary for everybody else as to,
When we're looking at inversion therapy, it's about using gravity to its advantage, so that we can decompress the spine.
Literally turning the problems upside down.
Yeah, decompress the spine and take the pressure off our spine, off our nerves, off our vertebrae, off our discs, so they can rehydrate. we don't have to completely invert. At 60 degrees, we get amazing benefits where we are rehydrating the disc, where we're able to take the tension out of the muscles. But, you know, the biggest thing is we have a lot of pressure on the spine all day.
Yeah.
And we want a way that is going to allow us to, you know, counteract that. And that's exactly where the Theta table comes into play. They are the leaders in Theta inversion tables.
For sure, yeah.
They've been around nearly 45 years. They have been the market leader for that amount of time because of the quality and the standards and of that product. You know, Roger Theta, who sadly is no longer with us, but he was an aircraft engineer.
I knew him very well. I worked with him.
You
for
did.
20 years.
You did indeed.
I worked with him since
Incredible man.
Oh gosh, what was it? 1999, I think it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he really was. And you know, in his 80s, he looked like. I mean, I had a level
still water skiing.
I know, a level of fitness and a body that I mean, I'd envy that. You know.
And you know, we'd often see him on shows doing, you know, hanging completely upside down and doing
I used to do that. I loved it.
Sit-ups.
Yes, yeah.
Full sit-ups like that. He was an incredible man. But we can see there that this is UL certified. We can see that it's FDA registered. Sure. It's an incredible piece of equipment.
And as Kelly said, you don't have to hang completely upside down. If you get to that point, you can. And I used to do it, you know, for I don't know, a few minutes every day. I've had two tables, two different versions. I mean, from a very early version up, you know, and then a sort of more modern version, but that's the latest version. But I used to lie on mine for, I mean, sometimes half an hour, you know, just rocking gently backwards and forwards between sort of 30 degrees and, you know, with some music on in the background. Again, it was a wonderful way to just relax. And what I love about the modern tables, you've got a strap that will stop you going any further than you want to go. And even at 30 degrees, you are getting some really incredible benefits just by alleviating the pressure of gravity from when you're upright. You know, we sit a lot. That's the worst thing you can do. We stand a lot. Lying down does not completely solve the problem, by the way,
really
but we don't really have any other choice. I mean, I could literally do an hour on that show, 3 hours, 5 hours, a day on that show, or on that product rather, myself, because that's how passionate I am about it. Maybe later we'll show you, if we have time, we'll show you a video, but do some research on inversion therapy. If you find that you're absolutely sold on it, we only have a few of these left in stock. I want you to get this one because it is, I believe, the best on the market. It's regarded by many people who know what they're talking about as being the best on the market. If your chiropractor or your physiotherapist or your doctor or anybody has recommended that you get or use an inversion table, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. And it has so many extra features that you don't have to use. They're optional. You can just use it as a straight inversion table. But there are, you know, there's, what do you call it, acupressure and
you've got lumbar. You've got a lumbar support there, which is going to increase the stretch that you get. You've got the acupressure nodes there as well that work like it's like having your own kind of little personal massage as well.
Temporarily helps to decompress the spine, temporarily helps realign the spine and joints, helps the disc to temporarily rehydrate, and helps relax tense muscles. And also, look, you know, it helps kind of realign everything inside as well. You know, I would always turn and twist and it's a great way, I felt, to reset.
Yeah, you find you feel taller. I think
you
feel
physically
taller and more, and more aligned.
Yeah. If you measure yourself before you get on the inversion table, particularly if it's later in the day, and measure yourself afterwards, you'll have.
Well, you're rehydrating those discs, aren't you? So you're making them fatter and fuller.
Lovely. Very quickly, can I just say, a lot of people have emailed to say hi and how they're loving the show. So Gareth, thank you. Dorian, thank you. Kyle as well. Actually, Kyle says that they suffer with arthritis. Would the blanket help with the pain? We'll come back to that in a second. And also, when we go back to the ice plunge pod, Amy would like to know if it's ideal for menopausal women who have regular hot flushes.
I always think anything that is going to cool... Amy,
yes.
I would say that's a yes.
If you're hot and you don't want to be, get in a cold bath.
Yeah.
You know? I love that thing.
And also, you know, one of the things that menopausal women tend to suffer with is poor sleep.
Yes.
So, and cooling can help you then, once you warm back up, what it's going to do is increase kind of melatonin as well.
And again, certainly what I was always told, and you're a professional fitness instructor, so you would tell me if I was right or not. They do say if you're going to sauna first, then quick plunge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually,
That
some
would
would
be the
do
order.
hot, cold, hot.
Yeah, you could do.
Yeah.
You could do hot. There are so many different ways.
Yeah, yeah.
But they kind of call it contrast therapy.
Contrast.
Where you go from heat into cool, and it just accelerates all of those benefits.
Yeah.
But then
So if you don't want one of these,
also
or you haven't got room
this-
for it, maybe a caravan. Hey, you can't put one of these in your caravan, can you?
But you
or your
can
motorhome,
this.
but you can this.
You can.
This is a portable,
It is. It's a
personal infrared sauna. It's a
sauna.
Sauna blanket, really.
Yeah, it's giving you those same benefits. You know, it is. These are so popular at the moment. Have a look online. There are lots and lots of articles that are talking about the benefits of sauna blankets. You know, in terms of, I think, what was the person that just asked about how the heat can relax the muscles and maybe help
Let me
with
turn
joints.
my iPad. Oh, that was Kyle. Sorry.
Kyle.
Yeah, fortunately, I'm not a producer. I didn't have to turn my iPad.
Kyle, obviously we can't claim anything, but
No.
what we do know is, you know, when it comes to the summer months, when you go abroad, heat always helps us feel better. We feel less,
true.
You know, when you have sore joints, when you go into hot climates, you always feel that
Yeah.
those joints don't feel so sore.
I suppose if you've
It's going to give you that same kind of heat
Yeah.
that is going to warm up the body. release
circulation's a
tension.
big one, isn't it? Look, you know, if
Yeah,
you find
improving
you're
circulation.
cold. Yeah. No, look, you know, this is not. I want to make this perfectly clear. This is not just a heated blanket or a heated. What do they call it? Sleeping bag.
This is
a
infrared
dedicated.
sauna pod.
It's a sauna pod.
Do you
Yeah.
want to help with, you know, do you want something that's going to help with detoxification? We know with infrared saunas, that's what it does. It kind of increases that sweating, induces that sweating.
Yeah.
That's what this is going to do. If you had that on those high temperatures of 80 degrees Celsius, you are going to sweat buckets.
Yeah.
Add in
That's the point, isn't it?
that is the whole point of it. You know,
Yeah.
we also know with things like, you know, when it comes to saunas, I have to keep moving.
Yeah, because your microphone. This is. Please don't wear a microphone or broadcast on television while you're wearing this.
Definitely not.
It makes life very difficult.
Yeah.
Yes, especially if you have a director named Kieran.
I keep getting told off by Kieran, don't I?
Yeah. Any excuse.
So, but you can add in these emergency when I say the thermal blankets, the silver blanket, also the kind of the wraps that you can put around the body to induce more sweating.
Do you know, in my 20s I used to do that. So the cheap way of doing it was a bin bag,
Yeah.
cut a hole for the head and a hole for the arms, and then you'd tape it around the bottom, and you'd go for a run.
Well, lots of boxers did it, didn't they?
Yeah.
When it was
Still
coming,
do. Still
coming
do.
up to a fight.
Inch loss for cutting, for
cutting,
you know,
for getting their weight down to what they needed for a fight. That's exactly what they would do. Same principle. It's about increasing those benefits.
As you say, it's flushing out toxins as well, isn't it? You know,
There are so many benefits. We can't talk about all of them, but you know, have a look at improved sleep, the fact that we can boost melatonin as the body cools, improved mood, relaxation, decreased stress. You know, so many amazing benefits.
I mean, and I think for $129.99, I love the fact that it comes in a carry bag. You can take it with you. Take it when you travel, if you're a road warrior. Take it when you go on holiday. Take it when you go. I mean, in the caravan, in the motorhome, in the boat, the luxury yacht, the private jet, whatever
The
you
two
want.
that I have.
The two, yeah.
Two,
That's
not
right.
one, but two.
That's why she bought two blankets, one for each jet. Well, she doesn't want to fly with her family. You know.
No.
But no, seriously, again, this is bringing what normally for many people is a luxury treat into your home every day. And, you know, please look up the benefits of sweating. You know, one of the things that somebody told me years ago, and you'll know what I'm talking about here, I just want to say this so I sound like I know what I'm talking about, that your heart has a pump, you know, but your lymphatic drainage, which is what flushes toxins, literally poisons out of your body, does not. So movement is the only way that you can help to flush it out, or sweating is another way to help get, you know, sort of some of those toxins
eliminate
out.
some of those toxins. Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, so exactly. We have to move, and our calf becomes the pump to remove it.
That's it.
Or as you said, it's getting that kind of profuse sweating that we want.
Yeah, millions of people in Finland have sauna. In fact, you were saying
3.3 million.
And there are how many people in Finland?
5.5 million.
So 3/5 of all the entire population have saunas.
How many in the UK? About 104.
104?
103 public saunas,
Right,
that
yeah.
is.
They've got to share.
103 public saunas. But that's growing because a year ago, only about between 30 and 40. But we get, you know, what I love about this infrared sauna kind of blanket is the fact it feels super comfortable. It's not hugely weighty. It's under 5 kilograms in weight.
It's not a weighted blanket.
It's not. So it doesn't feel restrictive. Now, you have got the opportunity, because you've got that lovely curved kind of design around the neck.
Yeah.
I can't have it tight because of a microphone.
But the zip, you can see the zip goes all the way up to the top here. So you can I mean, the whole point is to trap the heat in, isn't it?
That heat in so that you get those amazing benefits.
I've noticed that these flappy appendages are sticking out, protruding through portholes. But that's not normal, is it? Most of these don't have that, do they?
Most of them don't have the
Certainly
zip.
many.
Now you can obviously, if you want to, close those zips up and have the hands within it to trap the heat in even more.
Yeah.
But for a lot of us, we don't want to feel restricted, and we might want to read. We
Check
might
your phone,
want to
change the TV channel.
Yeah, or
Pat
it
the
might
dog.
be that, you know, you just want to be able to, you're listening to an audio book and you want to be able to change the what chapter you're on or whatever it is.
Or maybe you sign, you know, and I mean, that you literally have to keep your mouth shut if you stuck your arms in there, wouldn't you? You know, so I mean, whatever you need your arms for, they're there. You have access.
Drink of water. You know, you're sweating profusely. You're going to have to rehydrate.
Sure.
So it's really easy to use as well, because you've got that really long kind of lead there and the controller there. It's got 3 buttons on there. Middle button is on off. Time is on the left hand side, and it's 20 minutes to 60 minutes of time your session can be. And then you've got from 30 degrees to 80 degrees on the actual
fingertip control, and there's a great reason to stick your arm out as well. As you said, nice long cord. So I wanted to ask you 2 things. Number one, you know, what's the point of infrared? Why is it different to just, you know, say, let me just get under my heated blanket for half an hour?
Okay, so in terms of infrared, what it's doing is it's increasing the kind of heat into the body. And it means it penetrates much deeper. So it goes deeper into the tissue as well for better results. So better anti-inflammatory, better kind of muscle relaxation. Right. All of these incredible benefits can be felt on a much deeper level.
Yeah. Again, if you work out, I mean, it used to be, what was it, deep heat they used to, is that right? Is that still going? Is that still a thing?
That you put on the body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I presume other types of heat-inducing cream are available. I don't know. I've never heard of them. But you know, it's that sort of principle, isn't it? You know, a balm that penetrates to help relax your muscles and things like that.
Yeah, and infrared is just, you know, it's a really comfortable heat. But I love the fact that you've also got the choice of those blankets to intensify the heat.
Well, I was going to ask,
well.
what do you get with it? Talk us through the accessories.
You obviously get the blanket, you get the remote control that is attached to it.
Yep.
You also get the carry bag that comes with it. You get two kind of extras as well, which you get the thermal foil blanket and then the disposable
sauna wraps,
which you can wrap around the body that kind of can help boost those kind of sweating.
If you really want to, you know, if you really want to get a sweat on, if you're a sort of an athlete and you get that.
Or it might be that you've got, you know, maybe you've got a dress that you might want to wear at the weekend.
You might want to somebody's a bridesmaid or a bride.
Yeah. So
maybe going on a date. No, look, we're not saying this is a miracle weight loss cure, but although sweating has been used for inch loss for many, many years, hasn't it? Do your own research. We can't guarantee any of that. So it's 1800 by 800 by 25 centimetres. You've got the zip closure all the way up to the collar. It's made of that very tough Oxford fabric, 10 heat settings, so you can make it a comfortable temperature, or you can make it, you can really crank the temperature up if you want to 80 degrees or 176 Fahrenheit, and it's only 4.8 kilos. The last question I'm going to ask before we move on is, if you're going to sweat buckets into this thing...
I've just had to turn it down because I'm getting
really
hot.
How do you clean it?
Okay, so it's just wipeable. You know, you've got that water resistance. You can use an antibacterial wipe. You don't want to use anything that's too harsh.
No,
so a
no
soft
bleaches.
cloth and a little, you know, gently water. Or you would just use, as we just said, a nice antibacterial wipe or something.
It's 143209, that's your item number, and 129.99. Brilliant price compared to our normal. I mean, even our normal price is really competitive. Have a look, do some research if you wish to know you're saving a lot here, because these go usually for about 350 quid for the decent ones, and many of them, if not most of them, won't have the armholes as well. So this really, R3NU is all about premium quality, affordable price, and then working with Shop on TV, where we always endeavour to be market beating in our prices. You know, 129.99, and this is a TV exclusive. You know, this is not doing the rounds on infomercials or shopping channels at the moment. You're getting it here first at shopontv.co.uk, or you can call 0333 241 241. But if you do use the website, then just if you happen to be watching this live, great. Then you can go to the live page. If, for example, you're watching a rerun of this on Freeview, our channel on Freeview channel 89, then just put the item number into the search bar of the website, and that will take you straight to the product. There it is. I love that bag. Again, you can literally have infrared sauna benefits wherever you go. Now, you see, for me, that would be great because I live between London and Warrington. And so, you know, I drove up today. Yeah. Oh, my God. Actually, today, I left early, just over 4 hours. 4.5 hours, would have been less, except I've got a new car and I didn't quite know what the tolerances were on the petrol gauge. Yeah. Found out, I got down to like 15 miles and I'm like, I need a petrol station. Fortunately, it helped me find one. And I had a point to all of that. But yeah, grueling drive. Normally 5.25 hours. When I got to my room in Warrington, I just wanted, perfect.
Well, that's
sauna,
it, because you've got a lot
infrared.
of tension that you've built up. Also, muscles are going to feel tight. You're going to feel stressed. You know, you've got a long night ahead with work.
Yeah, I know, that's to come to work.
So this is about something that can help you to come back into balance. You know, a well-being blanket, sauna blanket can help to reduce those stress levels, bring you back into a balance.
Balance is the word.
Decrease the cortisol that may be flooding your body from that full-on dry.
The stress hormone. Oops,
and boost those
just going to ruin the pack shot. Yep.
And what you've just shown is that it comes in such a kind of lovely little bag there.
Yeah.
The carry case, so that would have popped easily into the boot of your car. Yeah. So it is perfect for if you are somebody that works.
We've changed the details actually onto the pod. We were just talking there briefly about the bag for the can't think blanket. Thank you. Couldn't think of the word for it. Long day, like I just said. I'm so impressed with all these products. You know, when they told me, because you know we had the pre-meetings and things like that, and they said, yeah, these are really, really high quality. And you said it was 3 ladies that came up with the concept of these quality
it was
products.
their brainchild.
Yeah.
And they wanted to create products that could really make a difference to your health and your well-being. Sure. Whether it's recovery after exercise or whether it's just about you feeling the best version of yourselves. And I think they've absolutely cracked it.
Is that why there's a 3 in the name?
That is exactly 3 core products.
And 3 ladies who made them. I love that. I think that's absolutely brilliant. And you know what? They have literally, no corner has been cut. No stone has been left unturned. This is as good as it needs to be. There really isn't much you could do to improve on this. I don't think there's anything you could do to improve.
What you want from, an ice bath is something that feels really well constructed, feels really supportive. It's going to be lovely and, you know, it's going to be nice and high. And this is 540 litre capacity so that you can get right in it and submerge fully. You want to make sure that it's going to stay nice and insulated and keep really cool. And this has got 6 layers of insulated material in there, which is going to keep...
We'll cover those again in a minute.
Keep it super cool.
Yep.
You want it to be easy to put together, Rob.
Yeah.
You don't want something that's going to be painful to put together.
No.
10 minutes, and it is so...
Comes with a pump.
Comes with a pump.
But it's only the top part that pumps up. The rest of it is just rods.
Yeah, so you've got 8 different kind of legs that slot in around into the holes.
Sturdy.
It feels really sturdy, but then also the kind of 2 rings increase the sturdiness of it as well. But that's also for greater comfort. So when you're lying back on it, and especially if you're somebody who's very tall, you don't want
up to 7 feet.
Up to 7 foot, and you will still be fully submerged up to your shoulders, which is what you want if you're using cold water therapy.
Yeah.
On top of that, you've got that amazing kind of UV resistant material and hard wearing and you know, rip resistant, all of these factors.
540 litres.
Yeah.
And you were saying earlier that many of them are about 420.
420.
This is 540. So again, that gives you the extra, because of the extra height, means also that you have the, if you're taller, you can, you know, it's going to accommodate you as well. The 8 very sturdy legs. It's that Oxford coated with aluminium for hard wearing and durable, you know, use. The material, it's really strong material. Insulated, inflated UPVC topper. Again, 2 rings, very, very good quality. Protective anti-slip mat. You've got 2 valves, so you know you could open both of those to obviously expel the water quickly. But also, it is designed that if you do want to get a separate chiller, then you've got an outlet and you've got an inlet, because obviously it has to circulate the water. I don't know if they make a chiller, they possibly make a heater as well. So if you did want to have a warm, private little spa of your own,
wouldn't that be wonderful?
You'd have to provide your own bubbles.
Yes, you would.
How you do that? It's up to you.
But, you know, I think ice water baths or plunge baths, whatever you want to call them, they have become so super popular.
Yeah.
So super popular.
It's
people
just kind of the big buzz thing at the moment.
Yeah, people like Joe Rogan have been talking about them on podcasts for the last few years and waxing lyrical about the benefits of kind of cold water therapy, not just on post-workout recovery and how it is anti-inflammatory, reduces kind of delayed onset muscle syndrome, helps you recover quicker, but also the boosting effects that it has on your mental health and your kind of confidence and mental fortitude. And because it's a challenge to get in an ice bath.
No, I know.
And the confidence you will feel when you get out of there.
Sure.
And the joy and the exhilaration. And they talk about, you know, the fact that it invigorates you and that it's like a kickstart to your morning.
I've done it. I've got to tell you, so when I get that, this was years ago, 20 years ago, and I was earning far too much money, but I did join a fancy gym, and it had steam room, sauna, big pool, and it had a plunge, an ice cold plunge pool. Yeah. And it was right next to the sauna, so people would go in the sauna for a while, come out, plunge, and then go back in the sauna and then come back, plunge, and you know. And I did dare to try it one day, and it did take my breath away the first time, I will be honest with you.
Yeah, and it's...
But you know, at that time I was running 6 miles on a treadmill, so I used to run at 6 miles an hour for an hour, 6 miles. And I used to do that every day, actually, most days. And every day I would go home and I'd have a shower, or I'd have a shower at the gym, obviously, and then I'd go home, or I'd have a shower if I walked home, I'd have a shower when I got back. And my muscles would be absolutely aching like so-and-sos for the rest of the night and most of the rest of the next day. But the day I did because I go in the sauna and the steam room quite frequently, but I had never done the plunge pool. When I did the plunge pool and I got back and I found that I was far less achy. Is that because of the...
Yeah, because what
the factor of plunging.
Yeah, because what it's doing is constricting the blood vessels and restricting the blood flow.
Right.
So that then has those. What that stops is that kind of swelling and that inflammatory response.
That's why you put ice packs on things.
Yeah. So we're cool. You know what we're doing is reducing the swelling in the muscles. So then that allows it to recover, and then we then get that increased circulation and blood flow when the body warms up.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, that's one of the main reasons that a lot of athletes and a lot of sportsmen use these. They've been using them for a
long time. And now they're just sort of coming into the public domain, really, aren't they?
And they're becoming so popular.
Very easy to install, as you can see. Obviously, full instructions are included. And you get the foot pump, and apparently that works very quickly and very well. It does make a very satisfying little squeak as well.
And little dogs do like it.
They do like it. Yeah, that's been tested.
I can tell you.
Yes, yes. And little children too, like me. You can now, and again, rule of thumb, once you've got used to it, start off, you know, with the water not too cold. 10 to 15 degrees for ladies, they recommend around the 15-degree mark because of sort of differences in internal composition, shall we say, and different sort of hormonal balance, structure, composition, whatever. But then once you've got to that point of having really got used to it, gotten? No, that's an American word. Once you've got used to it, then Kelly's rule of thumb, which I think is brilliant, is whatever the temperature is, that's roughly the maximum time that you'd spend. So if it's 10 degrees, you wouldn't spend more than 10 minutes. If it's 7 degrees, you wouldn't spend more than 7. If it's 15 degrees, you wouldn't spend more than 15. Here are the different layers. So remember, this is leak-proof, it's UV-resistant, and it is skin-friendly. You've got the very, very thick Oxford fabric on the outside, which is like that sort of strong canvas camping chair type material. You've got then a waterproof coating, then you've got aluminium foil cloth for insulation, then you've got pearl cotton, again more insulation, then another layer of aluminium foil cloth, and then inside you've got a thickened PVC interior, which again is sort of tear resistant and nick resistant and all that kind of stuff. And then on the top you've got the UPVC inflation rings. And do remember, you do have a lid as well. We'll show you the lid again a bit later on. 2 lids actually. There's a main lid that kind of traps in well, not the heat, the lack of heat. It stops heat from getting in, reflects heat away, and then you've also got another fabric lid which has the aluminium coating on the inside.
Yeah, it's got that silver coating inside,
yes,
which again is just going to keep it nice and cool, and that's what we want.
But if cool is not your thing, or maybe you're already too cool for school, or maybe you've got one, or maybe you just bought one, and maybe you want both, because actually they do work as we were just saying, work very well together. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Here's the hot side of things, and I'm not just pointing to you, Kelly, I'm pointing to the sauna pod. And I love the idea of this, that you can have something, again, that people perceive normally to be a luxury treat.
An indulgence.
An indulgence, yeah, in your own home.
Yeah.
Whenever you want it, on tap.
This is something, as you just said, that previously we'd never have believed we could have in our homes.
Yeah, yeah.
They were, you know, they were saunas that were thousands of pounds, wooden saunas that you had to have loads of space to be able to accommodate.
So a sauna, that's usually hot bricks or a,
so that's a dry heat, isn't it?
It's a dry heat. I like a sauna for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here.
I'm less than that.
Steam room, yeah.
Yeah, I really find it quite harsh.
Yes.
So whereas I can tolerate a steam room much more,
good 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, much more easy.
I find it just makes me
I breathe
feel
better.
Good. I breathe better. My skin feels soft and silky smooth when I get out, you know.
Yeah, and I just think with a dry heat, you don't relax enough. Whereas with a steam sauna, you do relax completely. Yeah. Not only do you relax in your body, because the heat relaxes your muscles, it can help with maybe joint discomfort.
Yeah. And if you're asthmatic, I don't know what you know, talk to your doctor about that. I'm no expert, but I was asthmatic when I was younger, and I used to find that the steam
anything.
Helped.
Well, they recommend, don't they? The first thing that they say if you are starting to not breathe very well is get into the shower or place your head over a basin to help with open the airwaves. Well, this is similar principle.
Yeah.
And then
really, sorry, go on.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you can see, really easy to put together. And remember, this is foldable. You can fold it kind of almost like a sandwich. It concertinas together very simply, so you can store it away. It doesn't have to. It could be a permanent temporary solution or a temporary permanent solution.
Yeah, and the one that I've got at home doesn't fold down unless you take it fully apart.
Yeah.
So then it's annoying, because then you've got to attach all the poles together to assemble it back together. Sure. Whereas this is, I can fold it down to about 30 centimetres, pop it behind a door, or maybe into any space that you got. It might be between the wardrobes.
We'll show it in a minute if
we
we've
will
got time.
indeed. But what we want to show
the steam.
is the steam.
Yes.
And
Now-
actually, I've been in that sauna blanket and I'm quite cold now, so I'm not
Yeah,
getting
well, you
it.
better jump in. By the way, you do get a little foldable stool included so you can sit inside it. You can put your own chair in there if you
Wow,
want to.
look
Woo!
at that.
Good
That
gracious
is
me.
lovely.
Oh, let's...
Oh,
There used to be facial steamers, didn't they, to unclog your pores and all that, didn't
just
they?
going
Do
to
you want me to lock you in?
for a second, yeah, whilst it drips on me. Yes, they did. They used to be those kind of curved facial saunas that you.
Right.
You
So this is all body?
This you're going to get the benefits from your face,
Love it, yeah.
but you're also going to get the benefits from the skin across the whole body.
Yeah.
You're going to, as we talked about, it's going to help improve circulation. Once you've heated up your body and your core temperature, and then you
Yeah.
come out of the sauna and your body starts to cool,
Yeah.
what rises is melatonin,
What's that? Oh, in
which
your
is
skin.
your sleep.
Oh, sleep.
It's your sleep hormone. So what can happen is you can then start to find, especially if you're using this towards the end of the evening, maybe an hour before bedtime,
Yeah.
you might find that you're more kind of prepared to sleep.
Well, plus, so this is the bit that goes in the
Oh,
bottom. You could
lavender.
put some lavender in there. So if you've got a cold, put in some eucalyptus or something. And if you want to help yourself to fall asleep, maybe put some lavender in there. That's said to be very beneficial to help in aiding sleep and rest and relaxation. Plus, you're locking yourself away from the rest of the world. For a few minutes a day, you get a chance to kind of relax and unwind and just, forget what's going on the planet at the moment. Forget about it.
While you were
and look
talking,
at that.
I thought I'd just fold it down. Now,
Yeah.
normally what you would do is fold the
Zip
whole,
it.
you'd zip it up first.
Yes.
But you can see, and you could probably pop the little chair in there.
Yeah.
You could put
And
your...
yours would be switched off.
Yeah,
and, also
and you would have
dry.
dried it.
Yes, yes, yes.
You could put your unit in there, so everything is self-contained within that.
Yeah.
But you can see there, then,
About 30 centimetres, did you say?
that we
Yeah.
we measured it, and it was
And it's just that the
37
top rungs have a
36
hinge on
inches.
them, so you just basically pull the hinges open.
And again, in terms of,
Yeah,
you know,
seconds.
popping
That's
it
it.
back out,
Done.
hinges go up at the top,
Yeah.
and then the hinges, you just make sure that the frame is fully extended out at the bottom as well. And it's really, what I love about it is because you've got that really strong Oxford fabric,
Yeah.
and then you've got that padding in the middle, and then the
Yeah.
reflective inner, which is
Inside.
reflecting that heat.
And this
back to
this goes
you.
all the way around, but that's how you get it on top. It's very easy.
It's so simple,
Yeah.
really
So
simple.
you've got a big door, you've got a little window.
But also, it's kind of, because of the fabrics that have been used, the premium fabrics, you've got a more rigid structure there.
Yes, yes.
With the material. A lot of them can be a little bit floppy.
Yeah.
The material isn't very strong. So if you were going to have this outside, they would, some of the competitor kind of fabrics can get caught in the wind.
Sure.
Whereas this feels really,
There
really
it is. There you can see
snug.
it collapsing there. Yeah. Honestly, the quality of this. I mean, the ladies who've made this.
They've done an
Do we know their
incredible
names?
job.
Or are we
I
allowed
know
to-
them all.
Who are they?
So we have got Mel, we
Yep.
have Annalise, who
Ah.
has played, this has been her baby,
Yeah.
and we also have Louise, and then
Amazing.
Howard is the head honcho.
The head honcho, right.
But yeah, they have put
They're the
lot.
brains. He's the.
They really are the
brawn,
brains, but
whatever.
they've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears
Yeah,
into
yeah.
creating these amazing products.
Well, they've done a good,
And
and
it
they've been around for a long. Well, sorry, no, let me put this very delicately. They haven't been around for a long time. No, they've been in the business for a while, and the
know what
business of
people
business,
want.
and transactional television and retail, and they know what people want. They know what people respond to, what people appreciate.
And they want to deliver.
Great product, great price.
They want to deliver products that are going to last the
Yeah,
test
yeah,
of time,
sure.
that are going to be with you for a long time, that are affordable, but are going to give you those incredible benefits that you come away feeling like, oh my God, that was such an amazing experience. I feel so much more relaxed. I feel so much more energized. My body feels looser. I feel more energized, and all of these things can deliver some of those results, all very different
Yes, sure.
benefits.
But they all
but
work very well together. 'Cause
Together.
even if you do want one of these, but you can't take, well, you could, I suppose you could take it with you if you went on holiday or if you went, you know, to stay in a hotel. But then the blanket would be more ideal for that. You know, and then if you're going to use a sauna and the benefits of the sauna, also then they couple very nicely with the benefits of a cold plunge. You know what I mean?
Contrast therapy
Yes,
is
yes.
so, you know, so popular.
And I love the fact you've got a pocket on the outside to keep your remote or your phone or something, you know, and a drink or something, whatever you like. The door to get out, but you've also got the little window as well, just for peeping through to grab things, you know, answer a phone call or something like without losing all your steam. So you've got the insulated thermal advanced cover, which is that Oxford fabric that ensures that the pod is very well insulated. It is also abrasion resistant and very easy to clean. Large two-way zipper, and you get that on the window as well. There's a viewing window, storage pockets on the inside and outside, as I just mentioned. Easy storage. You can. It's easy to put up. It's easy to take down if you need to. If you move, you can take it with you. If you have a sauna installed, you probably can't. This you can, and it folds too. So you can even if you've got it up as a sort of permanent temporary solution, then you suddenly need the spare room back or whatever, you can fold it and then you can always set it up again afterwards. 9 levels of steam recovery, and again that safety shut off, because you don't just get the pod, you also get the boiler unit, which is, you can just see on the right there, and you get the chair included too. And that boiler unit, very high quality, 3 litres.
Yeah, so what you've got is 3 litre capacity, which means you're going to get steam for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's 1500 watts, which means, again, that you're going to get that consistent steam. And we've seen it. We've opened it up and we've seen the amount of steam output that comes out.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And you want to that's what you want. You want something that feels powerful, that's going to deliver the results and the steam and the heat that you want.
This is it, by the way.
This is the one.
This is the one. It really is. Brilliant as always, Kelly. I suppose the only question I have to ask is which part of it allows you to travel through space and time?
Yes.
It does that too?
Of course.
Good. Excellent. All of time and space. Stay tuned. Lots more to come. Order now.
Remember to check out your online basket and complete your order. Once you pay, it's on the way from Shop on TV.
I'm a Doctor Who fan. I had to.
I don't blame you.
If I were, I was going to say the kids are probably, when it's not being used, they'll be in there pretending it's a TARDIS. But I'm sorry, I'd probably be in there as well.
Imagine if I had gone in there and then I had just had never come out.
Or maybe you changed outfits or something. It could be a magician's cabinet too.
I'd suddenly come out in a big red dress or something.
Let's do that next time. Ladies and gentlemen, remember also on the show tonight we have the Teeter inversion table. You can go to shopontv.co.uk and you'll see everything that is on the show. There is the pod, there is the ice tub, the ice bath, the ice plunge pod. You've also got that fantastic thermal blanket. But ladies and gentlemen, also, and we haven't really had a chance to go into this in terrific detail, this is my desert island product. If you have been told you need inversion therapy, if you've done any research and discovered the benefits of inversion therapy and want to elect to do that yourself, this is the table to get. It is the top of the range Teeter table. Teeter are regarded as being really the best, the safest, the strongest. I mean, you know, independently, read the reviews and make your own mind up. I personally can tell you that it is top notch. And this I've had 2 models. This is the latest and greatest. And we'll show it to you a little bit later. But first of all, here's a summary of what it does.
Hi, I'm Roger Teeter. My wife and I started the company that builds the Teeter inversion table in 1981. Use of the Teeter is the perfect way to make a new you for the new year. Perfect because it gets rid of stress, takes the joint pain away, improves flexibility, corrects posture, and gets you ready to do the things you really want to do in the new year, like sports, working out, or like in my case, keep up with the grandkids. Adjust it for your height. Don't forget, put the safety strap on that stops it at an angle you're comfortable with. Now, the table will not go any further than that. Step in, clamp your ankles. and then lean back and relax. Oh, no workout. This is all gain, no pain, because you aren't doing anything. Gravity is doing the whole workout for you, elongating your body, taking the pressure off those sore joints, improving flexibility. You know, you can mobilize your body a little bit to encourage it to elongate. It will elongate 1, even 2 inches, you know, and it just feels so good to get rid of the stress and be able to start an active new lifestyle. You've got to be curious what inversion could do for you. You know what gravity's doing to you. It's stealing your body shape, it's stealing your flexibility, it's stealing your height, it's stealing your posture, and it's stealing your ability to be active. This is the perfect way to make a new you for the new year in 1 minute while you kick back and enjoy a great stretch.
Now, I had the pleasure of knowing personally Roger for about 20 years. He, and I don't mind admitting this, gifted me 2 tables, because I was the inversion guy. If you remember the original shopping channel for about 7 years, I was Mr. Inversion. And he very kindly gave me 2 of, you know, different models of table over the years. And probably for the best part of 20 years, I always had an inversion table and used it every single day. I'm too heavy at the moment, but a couple more stone and I'll be back on one, and I will get one of these when I also have the room for it in wherever I'm going to be living when I move up north.
Your house is going to be full of just different well-being tools, isn't it?
I want all of it.
You're going to have no room for a bed. You're going to have a sauna.
I don't care. I'll sleep in it. I will fill that with warm water, and I will be sitting out on a warm, sunny day on my own.
I like that idea.
With some form of a cocktail in my hand.
Yes, good idea.
Yeah, and going, peace and quiet. And then the phone will ring. And I'll...
Rob?
Yes, what now? Honestly, it's come so far. It's interesting because, and I don't mind saying this, and I don't even know if you know this, but when Roger first started, he white labelled he'd found an inversion table he liked and felt met the qualities for his personal needs, and then started selling them.
And it was known under a different brand name, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It absolutely was. Hang-Ups.
Yeah.
And then eventually he became so prolific in the inversion industry, if you like, that he took it all over and made his own tables, and they are generally, from all the people I know and respect, regarded as being just the best in terms of safety, you know, construction, capabilities, features, you name it.
Yeah, well, you just got to think of his background as well. You know, he was an aerospace engineer, he worked for Boeing, and he worked on the safety element of those aircrafts. Yeah. So for him, creating an inversion tables, they had to meet the levels of safety.
So in aeronautics, they have a thing called 6 Sigma.
Right, yes, I've heard of 6 Sigma, yeah.
Which basically means that it is, the quality, the standard is so high that it is set to resist even the highest potential level of failure, but by such an enormous margin that it would never ever it just would never ever fail. Which, you know, aircraft, when you think about the millions of miles they fly, there are accidents sometimes. It's usually pilot error, actually. Or it's a software thing, but mechanically, you know, they're built. I mean, it's incredible what aircraft do, and yeah, those are the standards he put into building his tables.
Absolutely, and I think that's supported by the fact that these have been underwritten by the underwriters' laboratories. You know, they're certified. That means they've gone through rigorous and robust testing. That means that, you know, whereas competitors' models, and I think they tested 5 competitor models, and they failed at 10% of the 30,000 rotations that they had to complete. This exceeded that by, I think they stopped at 40,000 rotations, and it was still going strong. Whereas other models, 10%, so about 3,000 rotations,
that was it.
They started to fail.
You're getting on this and turning yourself upside or close to upside down or upside down. You want to be on the one that's exceeding that, you know. And by the way, I suppose, you know, excuse me, bash the mic there. I suppose it should be the first thing that we say to people who don't even know what inversion therapy is, well, you can tell, you can kind of guess, but what's it for? What does it do? Why is it beneficial? Why is it important for everybody, really?
So what this is doing is, this is basically what you're going to see in a second is I'm going to turn myself upside down. Now, I'm not going to fully turn myself upside down, but I'm going to turn myself upside down. I'm going to invert by about 60%. And what that is going to do is decompress my spine, because throughout the day, while our spine is being compressed by just general
gravity.
standing, by gravity, just by poor sitting, poor kind of movement, poor kind of just habits.
Do you know
Go on then.
that 1 atmosphere, so we're on ground level, that's 1 atmosphere, is about a ton of pressure all around you?
I didn't know it was a ton
No,
of
obviously
pressure.
we're built to resist that. But it's...
And that's what stimulates our muscles.
Yeah.
You know, without it, that's why our muscles get weak and that's why they atrophy. But and it's what keeps us on Earth. So gravity's got a really great purpose. But when it's acting on our body all day and when we're not in that great postural alignment, what it does is it puts pressure on the muscles and the joints and can trap the nerves in our spine, in our back.
Well, if you look
so we
over-
want to temporarily take the pressure off those areas.
You know there's that picture of sort of apes and then growing into Neolithic mans and eventually standing upright.
Yes.
Well, gravity almost
the
does
other
the
way.
opposite. You know, you can end up, when you're older with curvature of the spine and things like that. You know, now that can be caused by lots of different reasons.
Well, that could
also,
be lifestyle, excessive weight. All of those things can kind of counter, can exacerbate that.
So this is to help alleviate.
What this is doing is this can kind of counterbalance it, and temporarily it can bring us back into that great postural alignment. It can rehydrate the discs. It can take the pressure off the maybe take some pressure off the nerves that can get trapped when they're within the kind of the discs. But
also, we were talking earlier about lymphatic drainage. You know that movement is required.
We're upside down.
If you're and you move, and what I would do, I would rock backwards and forwards, and that potentially can have benefits with lymphatic drainage.
That oscillation can feel great as well. Now, so I'm just going to there are 3 simple steps in order to set up. And actually, let me just move my mic pack out of the way, because otherwise that could be uncomfortable.
Please don't wear microphone pads on television when using yours.
But the first thing you're going to do is set up the height, which I've already done for me.
We'll show you how to do this. There's
we will.
A height gauge. You set it for your height, and then
And then what you're going to do is you've got those ergo embrace kind of cushioning around the ankle. So you want them to sit snugly into the small part of your ankle. And then from there, we are going to control this. We've got the tether strap there as well, which is going to restrict the amount of inversion. So I'm only going to be able to go to 60 degrees. But as I mentioned earlier, that's the place where we are basically taking all gravitational load off our body.
Even at 30 degrees, they're a benefit.
We're starting to get benefits.
I just wanted to say also, you can you see the black bits that Kelly's standing on. You can rotate the comfort. You can rotate them if you've got a shallower heel or a shallower sole, or if you're wearing thick shoes, or whatever.
Absolutely. It's just a twist, and I'll show you all of those features.
Sorry. I'm getting carried away.
No, it's okay. I'm just also going to say the other thing that is worth mentioning is you've got that flex technology bed at the back there where you're resting your back on there. We've also got AccuNode points there that we've 8 that we can adjust and pop on there, and there's a lumbar bridge kind of addition. I haven't got that on there. You can take these
off if you don't want those.
I've taken off the large ones, but I've left the small ones because it feels like a really lovely massage.
You don't like a large node, do you?
I don't.
No, that's
Now, from here, you can see not a lot's happening right now.
No, sure.
Because I am in complete control of this. So all I need to do to start it moving is just move my arms
It's a full
up and down.
If
It's
you
like
change the
a
balance from then you start to go backwards.
it's like a seesaw, isn't it?
It's well, there you go. That's an even better way of putting it. Yeah.
And what you've got is you've got precision balance there. So you've got pivot points in the centre there. So you just need to make sure that you've got 50% weight when you're adjusting this above and 50% weight below. So what Rob was talking about earlier was that kind of oscillation where you are just gently moving yourself up and down, and that feels really quite therapeutic. But when you want to really get those benefits of taking the pressure off the spine and decompressing the spine, then what we want to do is then use that second
arm and go further
to take us back. And then we can just hang there and we can then start to feel the muscles.
No, I don't want
to come back up, but I'm kind of trying to point on things.
No, sure.
So I'm feeling that the kind of almost like through the spine,
yes,
where it's kind of taking the pressure off the vertebrae, it's creating that space between the vertebrae, and I'm just starting to feel everything relax.
Kelly, you can also twist.
Yeah, you can twist. You've got those traction. You've got the traction handles there that you can use to twist as well. You can also, once I take the tether strap off, I can show you how we can go fully inverted, but you don't need to. That's the great thing about that.
I've got to say though, it is actually, once you get to the point, now it depends on your age, your fitness level, your weight, etc. If you are in a situation where you can eventually fully invert, it's really satisfying. I can't explain it. It's like being weightless in reverse. I honestly don't know how to explain it, but it is, I mean, wow, it's really zen. You feel, it's euphoric. I found it anyway, euphoric. I really did. And by the way, also I have to say that now Kelly's, even at 30 degrees, even, half or even, a third of where Kelly is now, you're getting a rush of blood to the head, to the brain, a wash of blood to the brain, which can help invigorate. So, I mean, it used to be instead of an early morning cup of coffee, it was invert for
it's your natural cup of coffee, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
And we're not talking about needing to be on here for high amounts of time.
No.
It's recommended just a few minutes. It's not about the length of time that you're on here. It's about the duration of time that you're on here. It's about the frequency, because the more little breaks that you've got. So you'd kind of recommend maybe 2-3 minutes, but start slowly, again, maybe 1 minute at a time. But it's then building it up to a few minutes a few times a day, maybe morning, lunchtime, and
I'll tell you this,
evening.
and you'll know this because you use it, that you'll get to the point actually where your arms will independently start to, it's like driving a car. You'll literally just start waving and you'll be in complete control very quickly. And I would literally just rock backwards and forwards. You can also just grab the handles and literally just that oscillation, and it's so relaxing. Put on some nice music, get the old aromatherapy burner going. Now you'll notice when Kelly came up, she had to bend her knees. You know why? Because when you go back, you set it to your height. If you do it late in the day when you've been on your feet all day, and then you get on this, you stretch. And actually that throws your balance out very slightly. So when you come up for the first time, you actually may have to bend your knees slightly. And then actually I would often readjust the height calibration for my realigned height, you know what I mean?
But also what you're doing is you are opening up, you're increasing that kind of range of motion as well. Yes. You're reducing the tension into the muscles. So when I first got on here, I didn't have so much range of motion through my shoulders, but now my chest and my shoulders are opening up, my hip flexors are opening up. If you find it's not just your back where you feel that tension and that discomfort, maybe it's hip flexors and chest where you...
It's whole body, isn't it? Look,
just
your
feels...
internal organs, all of it,
Yeah, it feels incredible. It feels like I'm really getting those... I'm just opening up those really shortened and tense muscles, and you just feel so much more open.
I used to say, and I'll say this again, that this is the product you that you'd never think you need. But really, until you get it, you kind of go, how did I live without it? And look, you know, I realise it's an investment, $279.99. I mean, it's £100 off, and it is the top of the range. And actually, if you were to go to, you know, to buy it elsewhere, you probably would find it for even more, much more even than our usual price, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's completely safe. It is made to such high standards to, you know, of safety that it's just ridiculous how high the safety is. And it's comfortable, and once you start using it and you get used to it, start small, but then you will, like driving a car, you'll know how to control it, you'll get more bold with it, I suppose, and it's the sort of thing. Do this, folks. If you don't believe me, in the morning when you wake up, measure your height.
Yeah.
And when you get home, if you work or at the end of the day, wherever you do, wherever you are, at the end of the day, even if you've just been sitting on your bum all day, measure your height at the end of the day.
Well, they say it's about 1.5 centimetres we lose, isn't it, throughout the day?
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, that's it. And that's why when you're in the car, suddenly the mirror needs to be adjusted at the end of the day.
But then what do? We lie down. But that doesn't completely.
And we believe,
yeah,
or we think, let's sit down and take a load off.
Sitting is the worst.
Which is sitting down, we're increasing that load, that kind of force on our spine by about 2.5%.
I know.
Not 2.5%, 2.5 times kind of our standing load. But also when we sit down, you just said, we think that we are taking the pressure off our body, but actually we've still got 25% compression on the spine.
The way, to me, I've always thought of it, and the way I would always present it, because it can look like a bit of a scary contraption to people who are not familiar with it, is that we spend, 80 years and 10 standing, sitting, generally with gravity affecting us in one direction. This, for a few minutes a day, I mean, I'd be on mine for half an hour sometimes, you know, just not fully inverted, but just rocking backwards and forwards. Yeah. I had to put the strap on sometimes because I could fall asleep on it.
Yeah.
It's that relaxing. It's every day, it's giving you a certain amount of time where gravity is working in your favour. Because it's going, you know, when you're upside down, gravity's now reversing it, to an extent, reversing its own effects from when you're upright.
And also, I think, you know, it's like a habitual routine, a routine that we need to do regularly to get the ongoing results. It's like brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
You don't brush your teeth once and think that it's going to stop you getting cavities and it's going to stop, you know, any issues that you might have. It's an ongoing process. Yeah. And this is the same kind of principle. Yeah. It's something that you do on a daily basis to help with the health of your spine. Yes. And if you are somebody that has suffered with back issues in the past, maybe you have had a trapped nerve in your back.
A friend of mine had a slip disc. You know what the doctor told him to do? Get an inversion table. In fact, actually, no, he had to pay, I think it was 30 or 40 quid, to go to a therapist to do inversion therapy initially. And then
my
friend Phil.
Phil,
yeah. And then we started selling them on the 3-letter original shopping channel. Yeah. And so he got one.
Yeah. And it's incredible that, you know,
Again,
this
that's
is
no diagnosis or medical recommendation. We're not.
Yeah, we can't claim, but we talk about this being temporarily relieving all of these things.
Oh, sure.
But, you know, it's something that you can control. It's something that's in your hands. Yeah. You're not having to go and take medicine for it. Right. You know, we're not saying that you know, this is something that you can do on a daily basis to help your health.
I will just say, we've got all of the features here, but also, look, if you are somebody who is athletic, if you're fit, if you work out a lot, I can tell you for a fact, there ain't no better stretch, folks, than stretching on one of these before you go and do your exercise. Or if you're in the military or anything like that, you know, my God. And then also when you come back for a temporary relief on those sore aching muscles, this is your baby. So ergonomic flex technology, design moves with you, accommodating stretches for greater range of motion. It's another thing, range of motion, flexibility. Technology Construction is more durable than typical nylon or vinyl beds, vulnerable to wear and tear. Easy to clean as well. The surface ensures pristine appearance over years of use. And yes, when you buy this, it will last you potentially years and years and years. Maybe even the rest of your life, who knows. Optimum decompression, so the smooth surface reduces friction, allowing the body to slide and achieve the optimum decompression stretch. You've got the ankle comfort dial, the foot platform design dials up or down for smaller or larger feet, and if you're wearing shoes or not wearing shoes. I often would do it barefoot. You can do it barefoot, by the way, allowing a comfortable and secure fit for the ankle clamps, and also it folds in just a few seconds for quick storage. And the other thing I will say, look, for anyone out there that's kind of a bit advanced with this sort of stuff, you'd probably have to go to the Tita directly. I believe you can get a kit that will allow you to wear boots. You can get these like gravity boots.
You can get
with
those.
a bar that will work with, yeah, you can. That's what I had.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it for long periods of time, the boots just give you a little bit more sort of support. This is still fine for long decent amounts of time, but I just found that when I kind of got really adept at it, I just wanted to go to the next level. So that is an available upgrade, as well.
If you have a little look on gymkit.co.uk.
Oh, is it gymkit.co?
They will be on there. So they are the UK supplier of.
Oh, I'm glad you said that, because yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So they're
because we're in the UK, and we want to be able to buy them in the UK.
Yeah, and you can.
Gymkit UK.
Gymkit UK. Yes.
.com.
.com. I think is it .co.uk or .com?
We'll check.
.com. I thought it was .com.
Gym, not JIM, GYM.
GYM.
KIT.
Kit.
People love this. Take a look.
When I first saw the teeter on TV, I wasn't quite sure about it. I almost thought it was a gimmick. I had no idea that the teeter was going to be that effective on me. I was amazed with the very first day I used it, it was day and night difference for me. Felt like I was recharged, energetic, and ready to go back out and do whatever I was doing earlier that day. The more I use it, the more I enjoy it, and the more I think it helps me.
It's very relaxing, it's very centering. I sleep through the night, I don't wake up constantly. I'm not afraid to take a dance class or to take a yoga class, I feel like I can do normal activities that other people my age are doing, and that gives me hope.
To describe the way it feels when you actually use the teeter is just pure freedom of knowing that something in your back is getting better. Everything says that this seems like it should be wrong, but it feels so right.
When I got my teeter, that's when it all changed for me. And the more I worked my back, the more relief my back gave me. And that's when I knew that this machine really works. It's so simple and yet so effective. If it wasn't for the teeter, I wouldn't be the person I am today. It put the smile back on my face.
It is this smooth, just seamless machine. Having my back feel good on a regular basis is priceless. Age is it really is just a number. It's how you feel. I feel like I gained 10 years back onto my life. I feel like, hey, I can be in my dance class with 20-somethings and feel good again, Do
It's not often that I reminisce. Well, I know I like to reminisce. Looking back, I actually realise I like to reminisce. But I don't usually lament or regret, but I do regret currently not having a teeter table. I really do. I miss it so much. It's like part of me is missing. You know what I mean? And the benefits of inversion, these are just some of them. These are the ones we can sort of really talk about. Please, go and have a Google about inversion. There's so much. I've mentioned things tonight, the benefits that I've discovered, I've found, and things that I've known about this product for many, many years. And, it's worth a look into. It really is. And also, send the link to your medical professional if you think that this is something that they might recommend, and that they will be able to assess it and realise very quickly that the quality of it is, and if it's appropriate for you, then it's worth getting one. Temporarily helping to decompress the spine, realign the spine and joints, helping the disc to temporarily rehydrate, and helping relax tense muscles. I mean, it's temporary because you're not spending the whole day inverted. You're spending the whole day doing the opposite. So this is temporary relief to, unfortunately, a fact of life that we can't really escape unless you are Superman or have the ability to levitate.
Yeah, but the fact that it's bringing your body back into alignment even for just a short period of time is bringing relief.
Relief, yeah.
And I think anybody that has had any kind of discomfort into the back area would welcome that relief.
I don't like discomfort in the back area, I have to say.
No.
So this is, so we've moved back to, oh gosh, the show's almost over.
I know, it's
I've really
flown
enjoyed
by.
tonight. I know I was an unlikely choice for this, but I fought for it because I love all this stuff.
It's been a lovely show. Thank you very much.
I could talk about teeter tables or inverted tables until the cows come home. But I suppose I could talk about all of this till the cows come home. They don't come home and well, they haven't gone out. They haven't left home yet, have they? Because of the silly time that we broadcast. But this is your infrared heated heated wellness. Oh, it is blanket.
It's a blanket.
It's time to go to bed, isn't it? It's all right for you.
I am. I'm ready to go.
Relaxing.
Don't mind me if I just fall asleep whilst I'm lying in this sauna blanket.
Right ahead. I mean, it is weird in a way because it's a personal sauna.
It is.
That's what it's designed
Yeah, because
reproduce the effects of.
I think that's it. Initially, you look at it and you just think it's just a heated blanket, but it's not. It's delivering so many more benefits. It's you know, when you think about the benefits that you get from an infrared sauna, it's about relaxation, of course. It's about increasing circulation around the body and blood flow, and increased nutrients and oxygen around the body, so everything feels looser as well. It's about lymphatic, you're inducing sweating.
So it's helping to flush out.
So it's helping to clean out the impurities and the toxins.
Yeah, impurities, good word.
But also on top of that, it's about relaxing and improving your mood. Because we know with saunas, what happens is it reduces cortisol and it improves your endorphins. So all of a sudden you feel in a much more mellow, happier state.
So cortisol is the stress hormone. Do you know that there are two hormones that are also responsible for fat storage?
The brown...
Insulin and cortisol.
Oh, cortisol, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, cortisol, not as much as insulin. That's specifically your fat storage hormone. So if you spike your insulin with too much food or too many calories, it just stores it as fat. But cortisol can do that as well. So if you reduce stress, they say it actually helps you to lose weight.
Yeah, it's a really, it's a really important hormone. And we do need it because it's what signals to the body when we are in danger. But the problem is, because of busy lifestyles, what happens is we then start to rely on cortisol too much, and that's when we start to lay down more fat around our waist. But also,
I wouldn't know anything about that.
It puts us in fight or flight. What we want to do is get out of that state and be more in the parasympathetic nervous state where we're nice and relaxed.
You're always in a parasympathetic state, aren't you,
I am.
Kelly? Now, look, here's the fact, right? And I'm sorry to say this is not meant to sound controversial. We weren't built to work and be under the kind of stresses that we're under on a daily basis, many of us. Not just stresses of work, stresses of life in general, having to survive, earn money. Neanderthals didn't go out and earn a crust. They had a different kind of survival, admittedly, and that's where the fight or flight was necessary. Predator trying to eat you, run. Somebody trying to nick your children, fight. And also, again, food-wise, we were never supposed to eat the modern Western diet. No. We were never supposed to eat that. And hey, look, I eat something that's much more akin to. I have a diet that's much more akin to what our bodies are designed to eat and what our ancestors would have eaten. And I've lost 5 stone in 6 or 7 months. So. I mean, individual results vary and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying this to try and induce any kind of, well done for you, and God, you look so great. I don't care about it. I'm just for my own health and personal well-being. So these things we probably didn't need in days of yore or yesteryear, but my God, we need them today.
But now we do. We need those opportunities to come out of those stressful kind of, reduce our nervous system so that it's not in high alert the whole time. We need things that are going to bring us into a state of calm, she says, nearly closing her eyes.
Well, before you fall asleep completely, I've got a couple of questions. Carol wants to know, how long is each session with this blanket and does it turn itself off at the end?
Okay, well, Carol, you have got an auto shut off, and I can guarantee it does turn itself off because my husband was using it the other day and he fell asleep in it and it turned itself off. So it's anywhere from 20 minutes to 60 minutes, and you can set it using the button on the left-hand side on the actual controller.
And how low a temperature will it go from?
It will go from 30 degrees and it will go all the way up to 80 degrees.
Celsius.
In Celsius, yeah. And I am on 30 degrees at the moment and I'm really warm.
But if it's a cold night, or if, you know, or if you're chilly in your bones. So it has benefits beyond, you know, its intended use, but also because it's infrared. Remember, just a regular heated blanket, a heating element, will heat you externally and you'll get some penetration into the epidermis.
It's very superficial, it's on the top layer, whereas this is going
Why did
really...
you look at me when you said that?
As I called you superficial. But this is going deeper into the body, so you're getting that penetrated heat much deeper into the body.
So you feel it deeper inside yourself. Where is this? Right at the bottom. Kyle. Oh, hang on. Blimey.
We had Kyle's earlier,
it's not.
didn't we?
Oh, we did. But actually, was it Kyle? Yes, he suffers from arthritis. Would the blanket help with the pain?
Yeah, so we kind of covered this a little bit earlier and just talked about the fact, what I did was just mention that when you go into a heated environment, when you go into hot temperatures, like maybe you go abroad, you automatically feel that ease into the joints, things feel better. Same principle. If you're heating up the body, it creates more comfort into the joints.
No, it's not a cure, but my mum has had chronic arthritis her whole life, and anything to help alleviate it.
Yeah,
and
I think look into it. There's lots of, again, lots of studies, also in terms of anti-inflammatory.
By the way, we're not on the plunge pool at the moment, but I apologise, Charlie, if you're still watching. I missed this earlier, and Charlie said, I have the exact same pool, although paid more. I have multiple sclerosis and it's worked wonders for my pain and nerve damage every day, about 10 minutes. Well, again, individual results vary and all of that, but that's what. Thank you, Charlie. Really appreciate that. And I'm sorry I didn't see that when we were talking about the pool. I don't know if we're going to have time to go back to it now. But we have got a few minutes left, just enough time to tell you that this is $129.99. You've got 7 heat settings. You can really have a bespoke experience with this. You can have it at 30 degrees all the way up to 80 degrees. You set it for your comfort level. You can set your timer. It'll shut off when the time has elapsed, and $45.65 a month if you want to spread the cost interest-free on PayPal Pay in 3. Now, the sauna, this is a steam sauna, a private, personal steam sauna for you and your family and your loved ones. I'm not saying you don't love your family. I'm included those in your loved ones. And in a box room, wherever you've got a bit of space. Not a lot. It's only 800 millimeters, 80 centimeters, 0.8 of a meter, wide and deep. 1.9 metres or 1900 millimetres or 190 centimetres, whichever you prefer.
Well done.
Thank you. Tall.
Well remembered.
About 6'3". Comes with a stool that you can sit on inside of it, but you can use your own stool if you need a bigger chair, as long as it's a waterproof or water-resistant kind of situation.
Comes with a remote control.
Comes with, which we've secreted in this handy little front pocket, which would also fit a mobile phone, a small tablet, maybe even a glass.
See, but the big thing about this is, it looks amazing and it's made from such premium quality insulated fabric, because you want to make sure that you're retaining that heat inside and that steam inside. But the fact that it is foldable, the fact that there are not many that I know on the market that you can fold down to about 30 centimetres in depth, which means it's not going to get in the way when you get people coming round.
No, it could go down. I mean, a lot of people's, wardrobes have got space at the side of the wardrobe, or I dare say, depends on the height of your bed, you could even shove it under the bed if you wanted to.
Yeah, definitely. Or behind a door, then maybe it's a bathroom door.
How big are your doors?
Quite wide.
Are they? I know. I always, people always just say Kelly's known for the width of her doors.
That's exactly what I'm known for, Rob.
That's what they're going to put on your head, though. Is it? Kelly, we loved her. Why doors? This is 179.99. Go in a man, come out. Sorry, go in a woman, come out a man. Brand new today, exclusive launch. You've got an insulated thermal advanced cover, which is a very strong Oxford fabric to ensure that the sauna pod is well insulated, abrasion resistant, and easy to clean. Large two-way zip. Now, actually, the zip on the door, you can go beyond that, and actually it goes all the way around, so you can take the cover off completely. That's how you put it on and off very easily. You've got a viewing window, which also has a double zip on it, so you can just pop out if you need to grab a little something. Maybe your phone's in the front pocket. You need to take a call or something like that, or wave to somebody, I don't know. You've also got storage pockets, as I mentioned, on the inside as well. Easy storage, you can fold it, as Kelly just said, and 9 levels of steam recovery. Plus, there is a safety shut-off feature. Now, you don't just get the pod and the chair, you also get the actual boiler unit itself, which is here. Very, very well made. And then this piece is what goes that's what the bit goes on inside.
That's
where
exactly.
All the steam comes out.
Yeah, and that's where you can put maybe your kind of essential oils or something like that as well, to kind of just make it an even more immersive experience. Aromatherapy, exactly.
Hydrotherapy, steam therapy, aromatherapy. It's all good.
All the therapies.
All the therapies, yeah. I've had them all. And again, it is easy because of the material, such good quality inside. You can just wipe it down. You can wipe it dry, wipe it clean. Little anti-bac wipe if you want to sort of wipe it off after you've used it.
It's very simple to put together. It's very simple to use, and it's very simple to kind of,
it's a
as we said,
insulated fabric.
Yeah, and it feels. What I love about it, I have to say, is you can feel that quality in it, and it feels really. It's almost. It's not rigid because you've still got that softness to the fabric.
You need to be able to fold it, yeah.
You do.
But it's premium. You can.
But it's not. A lot of the fabrics can be quite light and quite flimsy.
It's not going to blow away in the
whereas
wind.
this feels nice and strong and robust, and it's just that lovely satin finish with that lovely design, which just looks premium, and it really is. And but it's what it does for you that's most important, and it's
relax,
how you feel.
Unwind,
relax, rejuvenate. Slow down, just recharge, detoxify, just re-energise. Oh, there's a lot of re's going on, isn't there?
Yeah, I've made everyone titter. Excuse me, stop tittering, everybody.
But, you can't, if you can just grab maybe a few minutes of self-care, of using something like this to relax the body, relax the mind, I think, everybody could really benefit from it.
You know what, Kelly? Do you know what this is to me? Apart from it being an actual escape from the world, you're literally shutting the door on the world for 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. But it's also a really good excuse because there are lots of potential health and well-being benefits to a steam sauna. We've talked about some of them tonight. You can always look them. I mean, look, Google is your friend. But the fact is, it gives you an excuse to say, I just got to go do my steam therapy. Just shut off for a minute. You know what I mean? Just a bit of peace and quiet sometimes is very, very needed in this busy world and the busy lives that we lead.
I agree.
Thank you. Honestly, it's actually amazing. I want to make sure that you come back more frequently.
I would love to.
Can you use a mop or, how are you with your air frying?
I'm very good.
Good stuff. Good to know.
I'm very good with an air fryer.
Good. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow night with collectibles. Gary Ashburn is back from all the team there and from Kelly. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.